want to clarify this.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Going back
So
and
I'm just going to quickly say hello to everyone. So hello to everyone. We're live, but we're not starting the campaign just yet because Cooley's gone to get a pint, which makes sense. But we're just chatting because we've not the characters we're playing as. Because I'm DMing this one. The characters we're playing as we've not wheeled out for quite a while, so we're just recapping on what stage we're at with them. Discussing the what was it? So you got a pool table on the ship. Oh, you've got like a fold-away cart as well, haven't you?
Yeah, fold-away cart. I think we have 2 horses and a donkey.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear? We've got a chandelier in my room.
Yeah, a ship's cat.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear all of my weapons?
Yeah, go for it. I mean, what I imagine Jezebel would do though is probably not have them all with her all the time.
No, she does.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, right.
I specifically asked.
Oh yeah, no, we did. We worked this out, and technically, you're not over encumbered, are you?
I'm about a third of my carry.
Which is probably the most anyone's ever been in D&D.
I'm at.
Have you guys seen
Sinbad,
the like animated Sinbad? Because there was a moment where he's like emptying all the weapons. That's how I imagine Jezebel would be constantly.
This is literally it. So I've got 2 daggers.
Right.
Dancing greatsword, 2 flails, glaive with ice damage on it, great club, loads of javelins, a maul, a morning star, a trident, a war pick, and an unarmed strike.
Have you got a pointed stick?
I mean, I've got a trident and javelins. I mean,
so javelin's basically a pointed stick, isn't it?
Yeah. And a trident.
Yeah.
Cooley, what are you drinking? It looks like a nice dark stout, kind of.
It is my salted caramel popcorn.
I'm already in love with everything about that.
I'll send you a link. I'm going to order some more.
Yeah. Hashtag non-spon.
And now I've got.
Drink responsibly, kids.
Or don't.
Or don't. It's your own life to fuck up.
To be fair, I think I've gotten.
You want to get drunk? Get crunk.
Oh no, I haven't. I've gotten drunk with.
I'd love to turn these into just an audio podcast.
And it won't be long. It won't be long.
Dungeons and Dragons audio podcast, a critical hit to your ears. No, that sounds unpleasant.
How long have we been live for? Can I start swearing yet?
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck yeah. Roland, nat 20 is your brain.
Holy wobble, kerfuffle.
Right, well, we've got Cooley here. We've got Dan. Everyone is here. Has everyone got their dice to hand, their character sheets? Is everyone basically ready to roll?
I've got D&D Beyond, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be
fair,
I've purposely not booted up D&D Beyond because I know even though I've got real dice next to me, if I boot up D&D Beyond, I forget I have real dice next to me and I'll use it. And I want to actually, for once, use my dice. So, and because I have a Wickle dice tray, so I'm not going to lose.
Awesome.
So let's do this thing. It's obviously been quite some time since we joined our intrepid adventurers. Silver has thrown herself into her dark research and has decided to stay behind on your ship, the Joyful Damnation, where she is basically enjoying some light reading, some hard study, and some heavy sleeping. But you gentlemen and lady, gentleman and lady have left the Joyful Damnation and ventured down off the shore, and you've come across, basically you're walking down the road through some woodland, and you come across a small, rather dilapidated, ruined-looking town. So much so that literally even the town sign, as you walk down the road, literally says, "Welco to Bum." Because it's like the letters are all hanging off the sign and you can't really, it's complete ruin. And as you walk into the town, you can see there's lots of, it's quite a large town, but all the buildings look a bit worse for wear. There's bricks missing, there's tiles missing on the roof, and everything's a bit kind of just run down and generally a
Are
bit
there any
shit.
people around?
There's a few kind of people coming and going, and actually, as you guys kind of head into the town.
Just so you know, Jezebel has her sign that says hello.
Oh, of
on
course,
it.
she always has that when going to a new place.
Always has that, and then she just goes up to the first person she sees.
I like to think, has she been adding to it in other languages, or is it still just in common?
No, just in common.
Okay.
Although Jezebel does know, I think, like 5 other languages or something.
It was more
like
just
that.
like if it was also smaller in the other languages underneath, or actually she's got 5 different signs, so she can just flip through them.
No, she doesn't. She only knows that in Elvish, so but she
Okay.
does have hello.
Is it in Elvish on the other side?
No,
Okay, fair enough.
she can't. She just says hello.
Okay, that's fine. So, I mean, I imagine hello is quite universal. It's a bit like, a lot of people don't speak common, but everyone can say hello.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, there's a little kind of huddle of people. And as you get close, they kind of look at you and they kind of
Hello.
They start like and
Hello, my
They all
name's
look a bit
Jezebel.
basically as you start
Hello?
talking, one person gets pushed forward out the rabble.
Hello, I'm Jezebel. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, hello, welcome to our humble town. Are you
What's the town's name? I didn't see the name on the thing. The letters have fallen off of the town sign.
Yes, well, the town, as far as we remember, it's been so long since the time I turned into Tim Curry, the town, since the sign was working correctly, in full order. But welcome to Bumble.
Jezebel, am I 30 foot away from the sign?
The sign, I'll say you're still quite close to the sign. You're about 10 foot
Yeah,
away
I'd
from the
like
sign.
to try and to do minor illusion and try
Okay.
and fix the sign.
Roll me
Maybe
a
even-
d20. You can do it. Just roll me a d20. Let's see how well you do it.
Intelligence, like Arcana or something?
Just roll me a d20. Standard
What's your
d20.
intelligence, by the way?
4!
4. You manage it, but it says welcome. It still says Welco, but it says Welco to Bumble, but the missing letters are in Comic Sans.
That's alright. I'm Rainbow Comics.
Yeah, like when you first learned to do HTML coding on a bad web page, it's got like moving rainbow Comic Sans with a shimmery star border.
I don't know that, but sure. When I first learned to type stuff on Word and saw the
Okay,
Comic
I mean
Sans, it-
Jezebel probably thinks it's fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. Comic Sans. She only ever writes in Comic
Is the hello written or in Comic Sans?
Yes, of course. Right there.
So basically, the people all look at that, and a few of them are like, "Oh, Comic Sans," but a lot of them are all just like, oh, "That's amazing. Are you tourists? Are you?"
We are adventurers looking to help others and defeat monsters and buy weapons.
Work. Just
So they all kind of resume the huddle, and you can hear like a as they're all
Like to
whispering.
squeeze
And
my
you can
way
see a few of
through.
them. They're pointing towards the only building in the town that looks to be in decent, in a decent kind of state of repair, and it's basically an old crypt. And they kind of point
decent
at it
or good?
like it's the nicest looking building in the entire town, which isn't difficult to be honest. So they kind of head towards the town. Sorry, you kind of head further into the town, and a few of these people follow you. And as they're going, they're kind of just going, well, I mean, we've been hoping to find a band of adventurers who are able to help us rebuild Bumble back to its former glory and reestablish us as a fantastic town. And we did have a few days ago a couple of other travelers, I suppose, arrive here. I mean, one of them set up a tent in the middle of the town square. He was, and very soon, basically, it was just him on his own. But very shortly afterwards, there was a young man and a woman from the town were seen basically hanging around the tent. Presumably he'd offered them some work. We're not really sure about the details. And then there was another gentleman who, a cleric, I believe he was, kind of came to the town, and well, he went into that tent yesterday, and we've not seen him since. But I don't know if it might be worth maybe checking with them to see if they've progressed with helping us out, and maybe seeing if they've found any further information, and then really it would be fantastic if you guys were able to basically, we know that the crypt contains the key to rebuilding Bumble, but none of us have been able to get in there, let alone the treasures within. So
surely you'd need a big hammer or something, or like some nails to rebuild Bumble rather than a key. I don't think a key would
I would agree.
all we know is
It seems like you just need hard work.
all we know is that
I've got
inside-
an axe. I can cut down this some trees, start making some. In fact, Jezebel starts walking towards the tree.
As you start walking towards the tree,
repairs.
you do notice there is a sign by the tree that says it is a national like treasure, kind of. It's a protected tree. I mean, don't get me wrong, that doesn't need to stop you, but just so you know, this is a protected tree.
She stops, thinking about what the cost might be of, because it's a national treasure.
Yeah. There's plenty of trees. If you want to rebuild the town, you like that, feel free. You can. But basically, what the village people are telling you.
Who put the sign there? Who put the sign there?
The townsfolk.
To be fair, what's the sign look like?
Wait, surely you have trees around.
Is it like a
There's a
metal
few.
plaque,
To
or
be
is
fair, the trees are the trees you can see are like really scrawny, spriggy kind of trees that no leaves. They're pretty much dead. So the wood's probably not going to be any good for building house frames. But the people do tell you there's a quarry nearby full of stone. And the only reason that they've not basically been building the town the old-fashioned way is because they know, and they've been told, that inside the crypt is a way of rebuilding the town within a couple of days. And instead, all their attention has been trying to get into this crypt and figure this out.
How long have you been trying to get into this crypt? I'm just.
Oh, years, many years.
I mean, the years that you could have been trying to rebuild the town manually.
The townspeople of Bumble aren't particularly intelligent.
Okay,
I'm gonna say that's on you then. Really, you've wasted your time.
Let's help them though. Let's help them.
But
I'm gonna try and go and look at the crypt, investigate it a bit.
Okay. You don't fancy going to meet your fellow adventurers yet?
Just to double check, what level are we?
You should all be level 8.
Yeah. No, we'll go to the 10.
Okay. Thank you, James. It's more just because otherwise Cooley and Jacob are going to be sitting there getting rather bored.
So is this giving me a chance to come up with a name for
the
two
you've employed? Oh, okay. Well, you come up to the tent, and as you get up to the tent, there's hovering above it. There's almost like a giant neon sign, flashing, really quite gaudy, bit tacky.
It says Daddy D's, Daddy P's passion travels.
Like
well,
you've got literally no idea. Like, I mean, that could mean anything. I'm guessing.
As Jezebel does, she goes straight into the tent.
Okay.
Hello.
As you go into the tent, you walk into the tent, and there is basically there's a man sat behind a desk with some interesting looking objects on it, and obviously like an accounts book and a small kind of coin box. And then there is a cleric, half orc. Well, half orc cleric sage. It is a cleric, isn't it? Half orc cleric. Basically stood the other side of the desk, and it seems he's arguing with the man behind the desk about presumably the purpose of his being in the tent. There seems to be some confusion as to whether or not he actually came in for what the tent was designed for, or whether or not he's actually just here for another reason. Maybe he thought it was a tourist information point or something. Who knows? But
Hello.
feel free to introduce yourselves to poor old Jezebel, who stood there saying hello repeatedly.
Look, I'm just trying to work out why you've put like this basic whorehouse next to a like lovely set of ruins. Like, what was your plan here?
Look, sorry, I've been trying to explain. We travel where where people need it, and they needed something to lift their spirits. It's been years since they've had a good time.
Is this really the right location, though?
We've got
Can-
locations all over the world.
Can the two of you just
That-
roll me a perception check? I just want to know if you notice the Jezebel. What are you again? Are you a half orc as well? Or
Human. I'm
Oh no,
human.
you know, just massive human, aren't you? Human
Just a
barbarian. Yeah, just
And
10 and okay.
5?
Cooley,
Oh,
you
indeed.
notice you notice Toasty, you notice there is a very large human barbarian looking character. Basically he's just walked in with a sign that says hello and is shouting hello at you very loud. Yarrick, you don't notice that. You've got your back to them. You're shouting profusely about why there should be a brothel next to an ancient, monument. So you don't notice.
Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Hello, travelers. I haven't seen you in town before. Welcome to Daddy P's Passion Travels. We go
Hello.
where you come.
Oh. Jezebel's like, hello.
Oh, I just
I'm
got that.
Jezebel. It's nice to meet you. And you, sir,
Ooh.
what's your name?
Oh, me. I am Toasty Shades. I run this establishment.
Oh, perfect. I've already said I'm Jezebel. I'm part of a group of adventurers. We were wondering if you would like to help us rebuild the town.
Finally, some people with some sense.
Yes. Where are you
No,
keeping
no.
your horse, by the way?
It's
I
actually okay.
can't see any around.
Oh, behind the tent is a special room for them. If you'd like to see it, it is
Pen.
only it's only 2 gold pieces.
How much gold do I have?
2 gold pieces to see the horse.
No, it's to go into
See.
the room.
Yes, I will pay the 2 gold pieces because of
yeah.
the absolute shit ton of money I have.
Yeah, I think you guys have pretty much. I think the economy where we are is pretty much broken. I think you guys probably are basically emperors.
It's because you never sorted. You never
I just
had,
don't really.
like-
I don't really give a shit about money. I just kind of.
and that's why I have so many weapons on me.
I know.
because-
No,
because of
you
the-
have so many weapons on you because you stole them from a building. You didn't buy
Oh,
them.
most of them I brought.
I mean,
most of them I brought. from,
one.
like,
I think
factories.
technically one.
Couple. There are a few.
Yeah. So I
Like-
unveil the back of the tent,
Hello.
and you see this kind of blurred out space. Go through. Go through.
I go through.
It's a tiny hut.
Yes.
I'm assuming only
I go-
Jezebel's gone through because Barry didn't pay the 2 gold
Yeah,
pieces.
Barry hasn't paid. Barry
Oh
hasn't
no,
paid.
I will just stand.
Yeah,
in
that's right.
just somewhat bewilderment.
I just
Uh,
want to. I just
what
want
is
to have a
occurring?
lovely sort of conversation with the girls and boys. I don't know what
Oh,
the
one girl, one boy. There's not a lot of people.
all
that
of
went.
them. I'll have a conversation with all of them.
2 of them.
Both of them, and just start talking to them and asking about their day and
Okay, so while Jezebel's in the other room chatting to the hooers, Barry, Yarrick, and Toast, are you all introducing each other, or what? What's?
I'm guessing I
Yeah.
already know Jarek now. I'm assuming this has been going on.
Oh yeah,
for a
you and
couple of
Yarrick have been
days.
arguing for a couple of days.
It's really been driving away customers.
It's been really awkward because he kind of came into the tent to argue about where you've put the tent, then paid the 2 gold pieces so he could go and basically use the bed in the room at the back just to sleep, so he could then come back up the next day and then argue further with you. You know, he's not actually made use of the facilities other than for sleeping.
Off working on the village. Like he knows that's what he's like meant to do, but he's just like delaying
Yeah,
it.
well, I'd like to think as a cleric, you've more drawn out plans for like what you want to build and how you think the town could look, but you've not
Yeah,
actually
clerics,
put
they
any of
always
those plans
promise a
into.
lot more than
You've
they
not
give.
put any of those plans into action yet.
That's the impression he's giving, but realistically, he has absolutely no plan because Yarek is a massive fraud.
Okay, you've just been actually just doodling.
No, literally.
So, how long have you two been here exactly?
I've been here
I
about
think
a
it's got to
week.
be. I was about to say 3 days, but
Well, you might
yeah,
have only been
my
there 3
sense of time's
days.
pretty shit, so it's not like I have a watch.
Have you guys looked into the temple thing?
I went in
why
there
would I?
once.
I poked my head out. To be fair, he is just a pimp. He wouldn't really have any reason to.
I mean, you're not wrong. The villagers just said that you guys might have investigated it. That's all. I'm guessing. No.
No.
Uh,
Daddy P sent me here because he thought I could help, and the way he normally gets me to help is by setting up brothels in towns that are up and coming. And this has definitely got nowhere to go but up.
Jezebel, just roll me a d20.
baby, solve all your problems.
And what's this on?
Hey, it worked for the
I'll
mid.
tell
It
you
worked
if,
for the
depending
west.
on what you roll.
What about a natural one?
A natural one. Basically, while you've been in there, the halls have assumed you're in there for obviously of hall reasons, as you've been chatting to them. Both of them as a pair have basically tried to disrobe and unequip you.
Oh, I'm fighting purely against that then.
Yeah.
In that case, I will fight against them, and I do have.
Okay, and you rolled a natural one.
I did roll a nat one. But
Okay, that's fine.
if they
You'll be
roll
fine. But
that
for a
high,
nat
I'll
one,
fight.
basically, you basically see the other guys who aren't in the room see a man and a woman, with very little clothing on, absolutely peg it out the tent, literally running and screaming, just leg it out the tent.
Cool, perfect. I come back and say, "Hello."
Was that my girl?
Oh, they tried something on me. So I
That's what
know,
you were there for.
want
I
to,
thought you
no?
wanted to sleep with
Stuff. They
them.
tried
no,
horse stuff
I
on
only
you.
wanted to see them. What are you talking about?
To be fair, he did say C. I
Yes.
feel like this is entirely your own fault.
No one goes to just see a prostitute.
I do.
May I introduce
I-
Jezebel?
May I introduce Jezebel? Someone who does go
Anyway.
to just see a prostitute.
Apologies. Well, you did pay the 2 gold, and I'm probably going to give both of that now to that poor young lady. She seemed quite distraught.
Oh well, here have 10 to give to her.
Yeah. I give it straight
These
to the
guys are
girl.
absolutely minted, Cooley, so you know.
Oh, I know, but these are the usual prices. It's 2 gold for like a normal session. if you
I'm
want
just having a
anything
quick
extreme.
look at. Oh yeah, wow! I've just had a look at your character sheets because I've forgotten how much money you had.
So
That's
I
quite
give the
funny.
10 gold to the girls, and I just go up to them and go, "What's the girl's name?"
You tell me. Your whore. Surely he took the time to find that out, didn't he?
I'm gonna go
Well-
tuppence.
Oh. Isn't that like a slang name for a lady's part? What's the boy's name? John Thomas.
I was gonna go penny farthing.
Oh, okay.
Tuppence and penny farthing, 2 forms of currency.
Anywho.
I just go tuppence. Here's 12 gold. I'm so sorry. Take the rest of the day off. You've earned it, both of you.
I mean,
And I
they've legged
give
it.
him-
They've legged it out the tent. So
Oh no, I thought. Yeah, I'm chasing up. Okay, I'll chase after them to give them the money.
roll me a
Hand them money.
d20. Let's see if you get there. Athletics.
I mean, they're not going to go that far. They're
They
not gonna
they were
leave
running
town.
pretty fast. This is more of a
Oh.
can he keep up? Can he
Arguably a
catch up with them?
challenge.
15.
15. Oh yeah, no, you catch up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I go,
where are
"See,
they
I
going to
did-"
go? Where are they going to go? All
They've
of their
just started
stuff's
legging it out the
there.
town. They've just wherever they can, they're just getting away.
Yeah, I just go, please.
Okay,
I know
they
this
they,
is
ta-
hard,
they
but
take the
this
money
is-
and go somewhere. I don't know. They into a nearby kind of dilapidated looking tavern. To maybe probably drink themselves to forgetting the threatening barbarian and being
I like
terrified.
it. I was just literally grabbing them and throwing them away.
Yeah, you weren't being particularly threatening, but to them, you're quite big and quite, you weren't intending to be threatening or intimidating,
one-
but
No one.
Unfortunately,
And we
touched
didn't
me.
naturally
agree.
are.
Yeah, we didn't
No
agree
one
to that
touched me
kind
till
of
the-
service. Yeah, we didn't agree to that service.
yeah, they don't do
Well,
like
I
BDSM
didn't
and
agree
things
to
like
their
that.
kind of service, did I? So, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. I would
Any
have to
road,
make
you
that
find
agreement
yourselves
with
all stood outside Toasty's tent. And yeah, where do you wish to proceed?
The quarry, because
Yeah,
we
I'm
can
gonna-
make some real. We can make some real look. I want to see what's around the quarry and see how much would it be. How much work will it be to move stuff from the quarry to here to start building up these houses
Okay.
a bit more?
Yeah. So you head
I
over
have no
to
reason to travel with them.
you head over to the
Actually, you do. You want this to be an up and coming town, correct?
Yes.
Well, at the state it's in, is it gonna be? No,
No,
I think you can look at just any house here and clearly know it's in your best interest to help
essentially,
revive this
Toasty,
town.
you realise that actually, when you think about it,
Less
a
work
tent
for
probably
me.
isn't going to be the best way to maintain a foothold here in Bumble, and that maybe building a brothel, which would allow you to employ more people and set up a permanent residence here, would potentially be the way forward.
Okay, you're right. This town does need some help. I'll help you.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
right.
can't-
What about
couldn't
you,
hear you. I saw
Jared?
you light up, but I couldn't hear you.
Me? Is it me?
No, Jarek.
Jacob.
Well, I was thinking we should head over to the temple. I had a quick look, but I was thinking we could investigate that. As I'm sure you've already heard what the townspeople are saying about it. It holds some kind of mysterious power to restore the town.
Well, I've dealt with mysterious powers before, and they're generally all bollocks.
It's
I
less work
cannot
for
agree more.
us.
He said
Just
to the
look
cleric.
at
Is it? Because last time we messed with mysterious powers, we ended up with an evil version of her, and
And I used to
You know-
beat her hard.
it was not fun. Personally, I think really we just start the process
times.
of building and let the town people run with it. Like
Lead
once they're
by
like, oh,
example. But,
exactly, that is
but-
exactly it.
but I am
We could
intrigued.
swing by the
by-
temple.
Let's swing by the temple before, because I'm
I realised,
curious.
was it a temple or a crypt?
It's
It
a
was
crypt.
both.
It's a crypt. It's kind of, but it's like a really big ornate crypt. It almost looks like a kind of churchy type building, but it's think of it as like a massive mausoleum. So you're going there rather than the quarry. I mean, you can go to either.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, go
I
to
say
the
both.
Okay.
crypt first. I think crypt first, then the quarry.
Okay. Cool. So you get to the crypt, and there's a big, big door on the crypt. And above the door, in like the stone archway over the top, there is engraved only those with the courage to rebuild cross this threshold.
I turn around and walk away.
I'm Jezebel. I walk in.
You go to open the door. The door opens, but behind the door there is almost like it's like a wall of obsidian. It's like there is this solid like.
I'm going to take out my war pick.
Yeah.
and then
Is it a diamond war pick?
it's not a diamond war pick. It's just a normal war pick.
Everyone knows you can't mine obsidian without a
I'm just
diamond war
gonna-
pick.
I'm just going to try and attack it. That is a 21 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, you'll definitely hit it. You'll hit the side. I mean, I wasn't going to make you roll to hit. It's a wall.
Well, no, because walls do have armor classes. So objects in D&D have armor class. But it just
Usually it's like 5.
depends.
well,
yeah, but it
You
depends on the
managed to hit the massive wall in front of you.
That's 8 damage.
But your pick hits it and just bounces off, and barely a scratch is left on the wall. But you do notice as it bounces off, you catch the door, and the door seems to splinter quite easily.
Interesting.
Okay,
Almost
is there
like a large
window?
chunk flies off the door. There's no windows.
Is there a window? Okay.
I'm going to
How
just
high
turn
is
around.
this building?
probably about 50 foot high. It's quite a big, tall.
Okay, cool.
Like it's like almost like a big spirey kind of thing going up into the.
I want to. I've got no I forget. I've got no damaging spells. I want to whip at the door.
Yeah, I mean you can.
Boys, I've got a
You
whip.
can. Yeah, do whatever. I mean, you can unarmed attack the door. You can use a whip on the door. That's fine.
Yeah, I just want to sort of see if shutting the door and whipping it, maybe it can open one if it's not. like
Okay,
the
roll.
obsidian's
Yeah,
not
okay.
there,
So you
it's
shut
not
the
open.
door. Roll me to hit.
17.
You hit like your whip just goes whoosh onto the center of the door. The door literally shatters, not into like loads of pieces, but into like probably 7 or 8 good-sized chunks. And the wall of obsidian's still there, but the door is now in like 7 or 8 chunks on the floor.
I'd like to. I mean,
I
Thank
think I know.
I think I know exactly what we're meant to be doing.
I know
But
exactly
I
what
also
we're
know
doing.
that
I want
Jezebel
to.
would not. Jezebel would be like, okay, no door, bye, and then she's going off to the quarry to go rebuild the town.
Okay.
Actually,
No, you go first.
Have you
Okay.
gone to the
I was
quarry,
going to do
James?
something stupid, so I'll let you go
went to the quarry.
first.
Okay.
All right.
So Jezebel just kind of
I'm
goes and just walks off to the quarry, and we'll come to you in a bit, Jezebel. Once you've got there, we're just going to see what the other guys want to do.
I want Yarrick to just get down on his knees, put his hands together, say, "Our Lord, please show us the way," and see what happens.
Roll me a d20.
What
Let's see
ability?
if the Lord shares with them is listening.
Are you using channel divinity?
9.
9. A nearby bird literally just lands next to like an old fountain in the courtyard of this crypt that's long since emptied, and the bird literally goes and then just dies.
Damn it! I speak with animals.
Yeah.
You've gone to the quarry.
Wait,
Yeah,
I was going to shout, "Hey Jezebel, come back! I've got an idea."
Jezebel. Wait,
Roll me. What's your passive perception? Just do a check against your passive perception.
So
Barry,
it's
just
13.
13. Barry, just roll me a d20 to see if she hears you.
19.
Oh, okay, yeah, she hears you.
Oh, Jezebel comes back over. Like, how can I help? What's happening? What's happened?
Now, logically,
Why is there a
hear me
dead
out. I don't know about the dead bird. However, this obsidian wall is unlikely to go all the way to the top. So, if I climb up, we climb up, break a hole in, and then lower ourselves in. Don't have to worry about the obsidian wall.
Oh god, I just thought
Fine.
something. Can I roll an intelligence to see if I could work out what the door might be meaning?
Yeah.
Intelligence save or just straight intelligence?
Just straight intelligence.
I'd like to try.
12. You look at the engraving along the top that's going, that says only those with the courage to rebuild can cross the threshold. And you look at the chunks of door on the floor, and you look at the engraving.
Oh,
and you look at how tall the mausoleum is, and you think,
Damn it!
yeah,
come
the
on.
obsidian can't go all the way through. Maybe we could go in through the ceiling. And
Okay.
all of them,
made out
the
of,
ceiling at the
mirror.
moment is almost seeming like quite a good option.
I'm gonna find another wall instead of finding a. I'm just gonna go
Now that's better thinking.
with the ball pick.
Okay. Roll me to hit.
That's still an 8.
It hits and bounces straight off again.
I try again.
I know how this is going to go.
It hits and bounces right off again. It hits and bounces right off again. So meanwhile, Jezebel is stood to the side, just going doing, 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 not getting anywhere.
Oh no, I haven't got anything
Yeah,
to
I'm
climb
gonna
up.
try
Wrong
and
character.
What? You didn't say what the balls were
Oh.
made out of.
Really, really bloody good stone.
What's the door made out of?
It was made out of wood, but still is. It's just in bits.
Oh.
I'd like to try and fashion.
I try
using,
and
like, rope.
levy.
I was going to say I've got a flail and some rope. I was trying to turn that into a grappling hook to get to the roof.
Yeah, fine. I've got absolutely no
Let's try
problem
and
with you
find
guys coming in through the roof. I'm thoroughly
Dexterity.
enjoying that you know exactly what you kind of need to do to make the door work, and you're just refusing to do it.
Well, my character doesn't get that's the best option.
No, I know, that's fine.
Dexterity. I got a 14 for the throw.
You
My
managed to
character
hook it
never-
round like a gargoyle type thing, and yeah, the
Okay,
rope's solid. It'll hold your weight.
Cool.
My
I'll
character's
climb
never
up.
been an adventurer.
Cool.
I'm gonna pull out my grappling hook and be like, oh, okay, and put it away.
Yeah.
It's fine. I've got 2 flails. I don't need it.
So Yarek's still just on his knees, like praying. But this time I want him to go, oh Lord and Saviour, please bless me with your might. So I want to channel divinity onto my hammer and take a swing at the door.
Well, the door's in bits on the floor.
I meant, sorry, the wall behind
Okay.
it.
I mean, I'm not going to make you roll. I'm just going to tell you hit it and it bounces straight off. But roll me an
Not even divinity! Bollocks.
roll me an intelligence check.
Yeah, you might actually do
Sure.
well at this. I had a 0.
Nat 20.
Nat
so plus
20.
22.
Maybe you should just
Mhm.
rebuild the door.
As
Here's the
this
thing.
happened, I'd like
I'm
to
aware
think
of this.
covering through the wall
okay.
ceiling.
Yeah, okay.
Roll it.
You're basically as you're hammering
Not
through the
confident.
ceiling, you can see, there is almost like a little hole with the inside. You can see the kind of the other side of what would be the door, and you're slowly kind of making, a little. The hole's just, imagine kind of cartoon-esque. If you were on the inside, you'd see the shaft of light coming through, and it's just slowly
Yeah.
getting bigger. So you're slowly making a fairly
Uh,
good-sized hole in the roof.
We have mending. Any of us?
I do
So-
have a hammer, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But
It'd
I'm
be
not a
really
carpenter,
useful-
so I'm not
it'd
going to
be-
try.
It'd be a really useful spell to have the spell mending. Hello.
For a nat 20, by the way,
This is hello
Jacob,
to my mother.
you don't need mending. Think of it as a jigsaw puzzle.
Oh,
Wait,
I
how
do have
big is-
mending.
How big is the
How
hole?
big's the hole at this point?
Just roll me a
Because
d20 to
I'm
see
at
how
nine.
fast, how well you're doing it. Call it a strength
Can
check.
I
Let's
add
call
my
it strength.
Yeah.
Anyone gonna lower a rope to me?
That's
Think
a
about
mod.
The grappling hook is the weight
Mod
is still
20.
down.
Oh, okay.
You could probably, you wouldn't be able to get your whole self through it just yet, but you reckon another minute or so and you'll be in.
Can I climb
can
up
get-
and then
Can't
lower
get
myself
Barry
through the
through
hole?
though, can't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Barry-
Barry will probably fit.
Yeah,
So, do you want to? I'll go to
Yeah,
Toasty and be like,
absolutely.
Toasty, would you like to come up before we lower that Barry in?
Oh yes, please.
Let's just say
I've
there's
never
like
done this before.
there's like a ledge
If
where
you
you
grab
could
it, you grab
theoretically
it, I'm
fall.
just gonna. You
weight.
grab it. I'm just gonna pull you up.
Ah!
Barry, make me a
And then we're
strength.
swapping, but
Make me
I'm-
a strength saving throw, just to see if you manage to hold on to the rope. As Jezebel, who is quite strong, literally just
Oh, okay.
yoinks you up.
Oh, no,
I
that's
was just gonna
Toasty.
climb the
That's
rope
Toasty. That's
like a
Toasty.
normal person.
Sorry,
That's
Toasty.
Toasty.
Toasty, roll me a strength thing.
Yeah. 10.
10. Yeah, you just about managed to hold on. It's not. You probably you do get some minor rope burns from initially because you weren't expecting it. The rope kind of slips, and you do
Used to it.
take 2 damage.
I'm used to it.
But you probably quite enjoy that.
2 damage. Okay.
Yeah, so it's you level 8
It's a
characters. 2
D3,
damage shouldn't
yeah.
really matter.
No.
Ah!
He is like I'm a barbarian and 62 is my
Yeah.
like I've got
Oh,
the most.
mine's not bad. 59.
Mine's 45.
Oh, yours is
How have I
45.
got so little?
Got
Yeah.
33 on you. Oh, there we
Oh,
go. I've refreshed it now.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, I updated mine.
Okay, cool. So yeah. So it's up to you. So yeah, Toasty's up on the roof. Barry, are you?
So yeah, Harry's just
I will
lowering
climb
down.
or just.
Yeah.
I
I assume that I went with
can just
Jezebel.
lower him.
Basically, those who want to go up on the
I'm
roof can get
dexterous.
up on the roof, and there's a little ledge there, so you can almost queue up to wait to go in the hole.
I won't be able to get down for a bit, so I'm just gonna let Barry go in there.
Yeah.
I just realised we have no way back out.
We'll have this rope, which will leave.
Right.
Oh, we're taking the rope down. Okay.
Yarrick, what
Yeah,
are you
that's what
doing?
I
Are
thought
you
you
going
were.
up the rope or are you fixing the door?
Yeah.
Jarek, Jarek, I forgot to
Like-
Jarek.
I didn't.
He was
I'm just down here praying by the door.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly.
Waiting to
Once
mend it.
Barry's moving down, once Barry's got time to wander, I'm gonna remove the rope, leaving Barry alone in there, and then throw
That's
it
fine.
down to Jarek to help him up to the roof.
I don't care. He was ruining my
Pronounced
business.
Yarrick.
Jarek,
Jarek.
okay.
I know everyone's been calling Jarek. I'm like,
I
know,
haven't.
okay.
I'd like to point out I have
No,
not.
Matt hasn't.
Okay, Mr.
No.
Jarek, let's go.
Mr. Jarrick.
Jezebel pronounces all J's with J.
That's how Jezebel spells? That's how Jezebel says. What are you talking about? J with a Y. You put a Y if it's got a Y. Anyway, you coming up or not?
No, I'm good. I'll mend the
Okay.
door.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna keep.
You mend the door.
Presumably, I'm
Yay!
inside.
Okay, now I'll come up.
Okay. You mend the door and now you come in. Oh, Yarrick, have inspiration.
Yeah.
Barry, you're on the inside of the crypt. You notice there's almost like a weird noise and a glow as the door is finished being mended. When the door is mended, or is mended. When the door is mended,
Mended.
yeah, there's like a flash and the obsidian wall disappears and you can now see the door.
Now, being that I didn't see the door being mended because of the obsidian wall, I'm assuming it's because I'm inside, but it's just gone.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's like there's a person inside.
But yeah, the obsidian,
I
the
like
door,
the
the
door.
door is now a door into the crypt. The obsidian wall's gone.
As I've helped Yarrick up, I'd like to just like keep going at the hole and then drop out.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so you all basically through the hole in the roof work your way down into the crypt, and you are now all stood by the door, which is now a door in and out of the crypt.
Oh, Barry,
I'm
you did
looking
it!
very smug with myself.
Barry, oh my God, well done, Barry.
I know, I'm just that good.
This is why I hang out with this guy. Good.
So you're all.
See, we've got it open. Now they can do it. They can deal with it. We'll
Which
leave.
of you have you all got dark vision or some form of?
I haven't got.
Nope.
Jezebel hasn't.
No, I haven't either.
No one. Okay.
This is
So-
why I don't
I
play
think I
female.
do. I don't know.
I can't remember who.
Why
hasn't-
you?
hasn't.
What race are you?
I'm
Oh, I
human.
do. I do have dark vision. I'm a gnome.
Yeah,
Little
you've got
gnome.
dark vision
Yeah, gnome's
60.
Forest gnome.
What race are you,
Yeah.
Yarrick?
I'm a half orc. I've
So
got
you-
dark vision.
Oh,
So the two of you can see there's like just a fairly. No, it's not like a room as such. It's more like a kind of quite wide corridor. There's lots of sconces for torches and stuff on the walls, which you think they could probably light. Yes.
can I
Yeah,
cast
oh.
dancing lights?
Yeah, of course you can.
I want to make it look like a fucking disco in here.
Okay, so you cast dancing lights, and yeah, the colours are just going mad.
To
It's loads-
120 foot.
So okay, you're now in a crypt / silent disco.
I've just got a torch.
Okay,
Not lit, just a torch.
No, you're
you went to
I
light
don't-
it, and then the dancing lights
don't-
kicked in.
I don't need to light them until I've until it's dark.
Yes.
Not dark.
Torching, yeah, fair.
So so basically, as you guys look around, there's a nice big wide corridor. At the end of the corridor, there is an archway, and through this archway, you can vaguely see there's like a plinth. And on the plinth, there is a really big, very beautifully carved statue of what looks like a builder. And he's holding a massive sledgehammer, but the sledgehammer is clearly not part of the statue. You know, it can slide in and out of the statue.
Have I heard of the great tale of Bobbith of Builder?
You got there before I did.
I'd say you probably have heard the tale of Bobbeth of Builder. It was a weekly show that the local troupe used to put on, you know, in the village where you grew up.
Yeah, I've been learning bards
with
so
his friends Rollith, Loftith, and Dizith.
I'd like to
And
get out my
Wendith.
drum and play the
Unfortunately,
tale of
do
Bobbith of
you
Builder.
play the original? Do you play the Mumbo Numbereth 5?
No, I play the Bobbith of Builder, Tale of Bobbith the Builder.
Okay. So yeah, Jezebel whacks out a drum and Bobbeth the Builder,
Do.
and it just
Yeah,
echoes.
yeah.
And the dancing lights it's almost like they go in time with it.
Yeah. And I assume the door to the next room opens.
There is no
and-
door to the next room. It was an archway. That's why you can see the statue.
Exactly. There's the door. There's no longer a door there. You're welcome, everyone. Jezebel
Bobbeth
walked
the
through-
builder,
She walked through to the.
scoopeth,
the
mucketh,
exit.
disseth, and rolleth too, laugheth and wendeth. Join.
At least we're not on Discordia.
I like to think you're basically
Yeah.
you're singing this marching forward like you're almost leading an army into battle.
I am. They're not into it, but I am.
DM,
I
Yes.
wait.
do I have any drugs?
You tell me. I don't know, do you?
He's too busy singing Thomas the Spank Engine over here.
He's got one. He's got one drug called Mexican flea.
Okay, I'll take my. I'm thinking of contemplating taking Mexican flea.
I don't know what Mexican
Well-
flea. What does Spanish fly actually do? Doesn't it just make you feel a bit drowsy and horny?
Yarek's got some medicine
That's it.
on him. Do you want to just like OD on like Calpol or something?
Okay, so basically, Yarrick and Toasty are going to shoot up in the corner.
I will follow Jezebel, but at a healthy distance in
Okay.
case of our traps.
The most unlikely pimp and a cleric.
Doing drugs together.
It's like,
Friend in need is
He's
a
a
friend
privileged
indeed. A
cleric,
friend
to be
with
fair,
weed
though.
is better.
Oh,
So basically,
Oh.
you guys are sitting in the corner doing drugs. Jezebel and Barry, you guys walk into the room where the big statue is, and
yeah.
on the statue there is a plaque that says Ethel Thrift, the builder. And basically, it's just got his dates on there.
Good guy. I move round straight. Wait, does it say anything else?
It just there's like a brief history about how he was like the town. He founded the town of Bumble, built it from the ground up
Not much to find.
with his fellow builders. And when he died, he wanted his hammer to be kept in the town. And it says it is believed to be that his hammer contains the great power to rebuild that of which has fallen into ruin.
Oh,
Am I right in thinking the hammer on the statue is not of the same material?
Yeah, no, the hammer on the statue is basically
Yeah.
a normal, well, a very grand, ornate-looking sledgehammer with like a leather-wrapped handle and almost like
Oh.
is it
I
Hey, Jezebel, do you want a new
Mjolnir
weapon?
or whatever it is?
absolutely. I was there before you there, mate.
Okay,
I was
Kai,
before you.
can I do an Arcana check to see if there's any symbols on it that might indicate magical properties? Because I don't have detect magic, so that's the closest I can do.
Yeah, roll me an Arcana.
Oh, 7.
You don't need to have known, like, it doesn't take that much investigating to realise this thing is magic as all hell.
Okay, I go. I am not touching that. Daddy P warned me of.
Are you a bit
bad,
stoned at this
kinky
point?
Magic. Yeah, I go bad magic.
Roll
And
me
I
just a charisma check.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Just want to see how clearly you managed to
Modify
say that.
20.
Okay, yeah, you're
Tell me-
fine.
Yeah.
You just sound a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit pissed.
Okay.
I've been warned about bad magic.
Can I have a look and see if there's anything else which could be helpful to rebuilding the town?
No, the crypt is pretty much empty. If it wasn't for, it's literally just, it's almost like just a big, now in classic crypt style, big circular room, statue in the middle, sledgehammer on statue.
Okay, I'd like to
Uh,
tie a rope round the handle
Oh
of
no,
the
no! I
hammer.
just go up and take it. I have confidence, and I've realised
That I
something.
wouldn't do exactly
my
the
main
same thing
goal-
twice.
No, because it repairs anything, right? So I like feed it out. I'm assuming it's like hold like
Yeah, you could just
up
kind of
or
like
something.
feed it out the hand. It's like, the
Yeah,
hands
yeah.
are like loops.
Get it out.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna just take a swing at the statue.
Okay.
Oh no.
You take a swing at the statue, which remains
Mhm.
absolutely fine because it wasn't broken and it was already fixed. So
Cool. I pull out my bag of holding that's broken.
fair enough. But can I
Place it
just
on the
can I interrupt you just to say, as you do hit the statue and it bounces off and is fine,
Okay.
suddenly a hand, skeletal hand, goes out the floor, followed by another one out the floor, followed by another one, and basically the floor starts erupting with skeleton hands.
I hit the floor with the hammer. then.
Finally! Oh
I
wait,
hit the floor with the hammer.
Okay,
yes.
you hit the floor, hitting one of the hand. The hand goes back in, and then immediately just pops up somewhere else.
No, not the hand.
Whack-a-mole.
The
It's
floor.
whack-a-mole.
Like hit the floor that's been
Because
broken by
the
the
floor
hand.
would then be the whole floor would be fixed.
Repaired.
No, but he's doing this. It's like
Okay,
one
you do
breaks
it.
and then another one breaks
The hands
it.
that are sticking out basically get cut off by the floor being repaired, fall to the floor, and then again hands.
And then
Oh, I just keep tapping.
So you're now playing. So you're basically playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this and I go, fuck this shit, Scoob. Just go.
I only have so many hands.
I'm going to just this is a moment for Jezebel to just start whacking. So I'm just getting my scythe and just like
So Jezebel's
like
mowing the hand lawn.
yeah, basically.
Okay, there are
Right.
areas of the room where the skeletons are. Obviously you can't cover the whole room.
I can certainly try.
Yeah, but I'm hitting the floor.
Yeah, it's
The
repairing
entire floor
it's
should be
repairing a localized area. It's not repairing.
Okay.
So there are skeletons that are popping through and are coming out.
Wait, why don't we just fuck off?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, let's fuck off. Danny, what's your
Just roll
movement
me before you fuck off. Just roll me an
25.
insight. Just roll me a wisdom insight check before you fuck off.
speed?
Just to see if you.
That's a nat one, but it's a 3. It's a 4.
Okay,
I
so
mean.
yeah, Jezebel just thinks off we should fuck. Cheese it.
I think I agree with that.
In the corner, chilling. He hasn't realised what's going on yet. I don't.
Yeah,
think.
you're still
You-
stoned.
well,
He's smoking cowpole through a pipe.
You're a bit
at
stoned, but you notice there seems to be these weird skeletons that's popping up, and they're not really doing anything. They're just kind of stood there, almost like the ones that have fully emerged are just stood there waiting.
Just like wave at them.
They wave
Well-
back in unison, like all of
Oh,
them at the same time.
I continue going. I am fucking with this.
Yeah. I in fact grab Yarrick.
Okay.
Oh.
So as you guys are cheesing it out, sorry, Toasty, what are you doing?
I already legged it out. I said
You've
it's already
cheesed it
good
as well.
and ran out.
So as you guys are cheesing it out the crypt, as almost like surrounding you as you're running, the skeleton hands are still popping up, almost like everywhere you're. So it's almost like the floor around you is being followed by these hands popping up.
I'm trying to
Was
like
it the-
tap the floor as I go.
What?
Like,
Wait,
because I'm only a gnome,
Harry,
I'm assuming
Harry.
I'm dragging the hammer and like just.
You just drag it, yeah.
Barry,
Uh,
Barry, I will hold you. I will hold you like this. You just tap. You keep tapping. I will drag you back.
DM.
Yeah.
I ran out way earlier than they did because they were still playing whack.
Yeah.
Did they chase after me or did they just?
No,
purely chase after
they are
you two?
specifically following the hammer.
Okay. So
Hammer?
But as you start to get out, and
no.
obviously you're onto softer ground, skeletons start springing up kind of further out in front of you as well. So and you notice
How many skeletons?
you notice that as they've kind of one has fully emerged. Again, it's just stood there and it's still waving like that. And any that are fully emerged are just kind of looking at you and just waving.
I just suddenly go stop, and then I go up to the
The skeleton stops
Hello,
waving.
I'm Jezebel. How are you?
Let's just see how many skeletons I think have emerged at this point.
Wait, what? How many skeletons? What
So,
language do skeletons speak?
Common. You're about to find out because I'm about to reply as skeleton. The 9 skeletons so far have fully emerged. Meanwhile, Barry's still whack-a-moling others in. But 9
Now
have
that
fully
I've been
emerged.
pushed out,
9 have
helps.
fully emerged, and look at Jezebel, and just go hello, and they all speak as
Oh.
one, like all at the same time, and they say,
oh,
"We are Ethelthreath's army, and we live to serve those that wield the hammer."
Oh,
I looked
perfect.
at the hammer.
Barry, get them to
Have an
help.
army.
Barry, get them
We
to help.
build-
See, you stop
I assume I'm
whack-a-moling.
not
You
heavy
stop
enough to-
whack-a-moling,
to
and
this level.
eventually, you are surrounded by 60 skeletons.
it's Scooby Doo Zombie Island all over again.
Freaking
The
out.
zombies are
So he's
good.
seeing like 120.
Get them to rebuild the town.
rebuild the town in a triumphant, like hoisting it above my head, but I'm not strong enough, so it just sort of.
I'm doing like a drum beat to like do 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 do.
For them to build a brothel.
Okay, as you start doing the drum beat, there is a
Do that
really
too.
loud like sound as 60 skeletons all form a single file line, grabbing each other on the hips and marching behind you in a straight line, occasionally kicking the leg out. Basically, they form a conga line of 60 skeletons.
I'll lead them to the quarry to pick everyone. All of them pick up. So like I imagine. So I'm just in the quarry giving them stones, and they all start like and like leading.
So the skeletons are kind of looking at you confused, just going, "What do, boss?
Rebuild the town.
Rebuild town."
And
Oh wait.
And build a.
I was gonna say we might not want to say rebuild the town because their version of the town might be a different town.
Repair the town and make it better.
Repair town, make better. Okay,
With a
boss.
Truffle.
Okay, so what happens next is we'll kind of montage this. The skeletons all gather together and basically dance around the town. One of them might see like a hammer lying there, picks that up, and one finds a saw, picks that. You know, they basically just get tools that they find lying around the town, and they basically start to rebuild. Well, they start basically gathering materials, and they basically just tend to just go, which building do first, bosses?
I just go and like just follow this street, and then when you get to the end, cross over and follow that, and just do that until it's all done.
Okay. So it's about 20 minutes passes, and the skeletons have built a lovely tavern, like a really, really nice tavern. And they just have a moment because, you know, they've just met you, and it's that awkward moment, you know, when you first meet the new boss, you know, what they're going to be like. And they stand around and they kind of just like go, ta-da! To show you the tavern they've just built.
Good work. That's solid work.
Good.
I give them a round of applause, just clapping, going, yes!
Can anyone who wants to just make me a wisdom perception?
A wisdom what?
Is it
A
perception?
perception check.
Wisdom?
Oh, I thought you said deception. I was
No,
like,
no,
what?
I'll
perception.
do a perception check.
Perception check.
I'll be on top of this.
I got 13.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's like the third nat
18.
one I rolled. I'm changing dice.
19.
Anyone who rolled higher than a 10 can basically see. Basically, wonders like you saw them gather up tools, but you didn't on this occasion see any of the skeletons go to the quarry to get the materials for the building.
What's the material they've used to build it out of?
Stone, boss.
What's it made of?
Stone.
Where'd
Can I
you get
roll
the
insight?
stone?
Can I roll insight?
Orphanage, boss.
They're not stones.
Ah.
Can I roll insight to
Wait.
see if it is actually stone and not?
Yeah, no, it is stone. It is stone.
It's they
Stone
broke
from
down the-
orphanage, boss.
they broke down the orphanage to build that.
Oh,
And basically,
Derek's
you can
sort of
see where they
touching the
point.
walls.
There's a load of very forlorn looking children and a very confused looking.
Derek's just sort of touching the walls, being like, oh, "There's a nice orphanage that you got that from."
Thank you, boss.
even I'm not that
Okay,
bad.
very
at
good
magic.
work.
It's like, yeah, guys, we need to build an
Start
orphanage now.
mining. Yeah, start mining from the quarry and use the materials you mine from the quarry.
Quarry, boss. Okay.
Mine from the quarry. Use materials to build orphanage
Build orphanage from quarry.
From
Yeah,
quarry.
Yeah.
Materials from the quarry.
Yes, boss. Another
I
tw-
will oversee this.
Okay, another 20 minutes
So I'll
passes.
accompany.
No,
I'll
no.
be like, "Yep, it's
So
working."
he's overseeing it, which means that if they do something slightly wrong,
Yeah,
he'll point it out.
yeah, that's what I'm
I think
intending.
Merrick
I'm
will
following
point
them,
it
being
out.
like, "Yep."
Cool. Roll
yep.
me, Barry. Roll me another wisdom
You're now a
perception check.
project. Yeah, you're now a project
Perception.
manager.
I mean, I'm down for that. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. Yes, you go with the skeletons to the quarry, and they're all getting loads of stone from the quarry. Meanwhile, back at the town, a few of the other skeletons have stayed behind to sort out like wooden frames, things like that. Is anyone overseeing the skeletons back in the town?
I will be, yeah.
Okay, cool. Roll me
point.
a perception check.
I don't think that tree's going to be there anymore.
I don't mind if that tree's not bad.
12.
12. Okay, yeah, they seem to be doing an absolutely fine job.
No, not 12, sorry. 22.
22.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
no, the skeletons are doing an absolutely grand job of just kind of mixing up some mortar. 2 seconds. Okay. So as what's your passive perception? Is it passive perception? No, what's the
14.
passive with whatever the passive one that relates to
Uh,
seeing shit is.
My passive perception's 19.
14.
I would like to clarify that I am going between the two. If the skeletons have split into multiple groups, I'm gonna
Okay.
move between the two. Not that I don't trust Jezebel, but she's had her moments.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I just want to make sure we
No,
don't
that's fine.
destroy another
But,
orphanage.
Right. So I'm just going to now roll a stealth check for the skeletons.
Matt,
Why
I'm
are
gonna.
they doing it stealthily? That's interesting.
Okay. That's slightly. They rolled a natural 20 on the stealth check. And now I've got to think about what that means. Okay. Right. So they build a very nice looking orphanage from the stone, from the quarry. And again, they stand there and they just go, "Orphanage, boss!" And they point at it.
Okay.
Those of you, again, who want to, make me a perception check.
Absolutely. That'll be a 10.
Out by this point.
22 again.
Uh,
A good dice.
12.
Wow, good dice.
12.
22.
Yeah, what did you say, Yarrick? Sorry?
Yarrick's passed out at this point. He said,
Yarrick's
"Please."
passed out against the tree, which is now a stump because the skeletons cut it down to build
Can I
something.
count there's a short rest
Yeah.
or not? Cool.
How roll me a d20. Let's see how high you were.
20, yeah, sure.
Do I need to roll one, or was it just him because he was doing it for longer?
I'd say
18.
you're probably more used to it, so you're all right. You roll an 18. Okay. You
rolled an
basically
18.
go on a 4-year drug trip, like adventure inside, like really discovering how everything is just connected and how everyone is just all part of one
You're a
giant
really
thing.
terrible
In
character.
real time,
Shit, right.
it's actually taken 5 seconds, but to you, it's
Yeah.
been 4 years.
So Yarrick just like awakens thinking he's reached Nirvana.
Essentially, you feel like you've just reached enlightenment, and you can now basically see the code.
Nice. I'm basically Buddha.
Yeah. And when you awake, there's what looks like an orphanage. What did you roll for your? Just roll me a perception check, since you've woken up after your 4-year.
My 4-year drug trip.
Yeah.
15.
15. Cool. So basically, again, anyone who rolled over a 10, you're looking at, yeah, it's a good orphanage, but it's a very wet looking orphanage. Very red looking orphanage. It looks
Can
fine,
I see-
other than basically
Right,
it's like the stones are dripping.
Is the orphan still alive? Can I see the orphans?
Orphans, boss. They point at the orphanage.
Oh, I'm gonna start killing
So-
the skeleton.
Yeah, I can't live with
Dead.
this.
Question.
Yeah. So I get 2
Question.
attacks per
Yeah.
round,
How did
and
this
it's like,
happen between
yeah. Why were they?
James with a
stealthily
22 at the
killing?
top
They
watching?
weren't. Why were they trying to hide it from us?
When we heard the screaming,
They rolled
Yeah.
they rolled a nat 20 stealth.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that didn't stop the stealth of the crying
Also,
and
why were
screaming
they-
orphans.
Why were they trying to be stealthy?
They're skeletons. They're not
Skeletons?
clever.
Why
Okay,
did you
well,
kill
that's
the
fine.
orphans?
Wait, Daddy, can I
Well-
take the hammer?
This how it worked. You see,
I tap my thing to repair it, my bag of holding. Oh, fuck this. Skeletons, fuck off. And I just start tapping the buildings with the hammer.
And it's
Does
the
anything happen to the buildings?
no. The buildings still remain derelict.
At this point, Yarrick kind of just like goes, like he's more annoyed than like worried or anything. Just like gets back down on his knees, prays, "Dearly Lord beloved, blah, 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 please give me the power to vanquish the undead, and then cast Turn Undead.
Yes.
Remind me. What
And I use
Good.
Channel Divinity, so if they
Perfect.
fail their saving throw, they explode.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start cleaving now.
I will say to them,
Yeah, I
die.
join.
As you're doing all of, like, I'm assuming basically, so skeleton, there's 60 of them. Skeletons are die every time one dies, one pops back up again out the ground. And
I'm gonna keep cleaving.
That's fine. As you're doing it, they tell you, go, boss is not happy with skeletons.
Right, skeletons.
Yes, boss.
Dig back under. Right.
Wait,
home.
wait.
Go home.
Tell them to die. No, I told them that, and they just keep popping up. So
I
stand
told
in
them to fuck off. You told them to fuck off, and that's the difference.
No. Here's the thing. I said that, and then I said to die, and that's still back. So here's what I want you to do. Stand in the tomb. Don't move until I ask for you to do something. All of you.
We go with hammer, boss.
You got to get rid of the hammer.
Chuck the hammer.
All right. I'm gonna. That's fine. I'm taking the hammer.
Okay, boss. What you take? You're keeping the hammer.
I would throw the hammer into the quarry in that way.
I'm throwing it into the ocean.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
We go back to.
I mean, obviously the ocean's not far away from Bumble because you walked here from the ship. So
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to take it on the ship, not let them on the ship, so they'll have to walk, and then.
But yeah, bosses and skeletons bound by hammer until bosses die, and then skeletons contract served.
That's interesting.
Does anyone have Dispel Magic by any chance? Because that can break enchantments like this.
I think I might have Dispel Magic.
There we go.
I have a better question. Why don't I just keep an army of skeletons?
Because they're
Because
useless.
they're idiots.
No, they're
still
manipulative. They're
fight.
like freaking crossroad demons.
Can you let go of the hammer, Danny? Have you tried let go of the hammer?
Yeah.
The hammer just falls. The hammer just falls to the ground, and the skeletons are looking at you. Just go, you drop hammer, boss, and goes to hand it back to you.
And
And
they
then you-
swim back up and just give you the hammer. Do you have Dispel Magic? Please say you do.
Actually,
You don't. Oh no,
I
we just
don't.
need to wait for you swap spells at a long rest. So all
cool.
we got-
Right.
So all we've got to do is wait for a long rest, and then we can dispel the magic on the hammer, and hopefully it should deactivate the spell magic on it.
Is there a mayor in this town?
Not anymore, probably.
The mayor was the guy who kind of was speaking to you initially. There's not really a proper mayor, but he seems
I
to
wanna
be
go
the guy
find
who's
him.
been elected as in charge.
I'm gonna start building up places and start fixing stuff,
Yeah, I'm
No,
gonna
this
help
is them.
with that.
and then every now and then I'm just gonna kill
Skeletons help, boss.
a random skeleton.
No.
I'm just gonna kill a random
Skeletons
skeleton every
stand
now and then.
perfectly still.
Okay, every time you kill a skeleton, another one just pops back up. Basically, the same
And
skeleton,
it's
just
just-
I think
really.
Yeah.
Yarek's just gonna head to the tavern and start prepping himself for a long rest. I reckon.
One of the skeletons is behind the bar. You know, cleaning a tavern, cleaning a tankard.
That's
You
all
know,
good.
the usual bartending idle animations.
I want to paint a sign for that tavern to turn it into my brothel. Because if it's gonna be here, it might as well be the nicest building in the town.
I mean, someone already owned it, I believe.
No, there
It was
no, there was no-
rebuilding a place.
Oh, was this a shabby tavern that was already here, or is this a whole new tavern?
It was. I mean, it wasn't necessarily already a tavern. It was just a building that the skeletons thought would probably work as a tavern, so that's what they've turned it into.
Oh,
The
but what about
buildings are
the
that.
other
The buildings are that
What about
ruined.
the other tavern? So the other tavern doesn't.
It still exists.
Um,
The one we saw the strip. Prostitutes
Yeah, there's
on it.
another building. There's another building all run down with what looks like maybe an old flappy tavern sign.
I'm going in there. I don't care. I'm not going
Okay.
into.
I'm gonna just
I'm gonna go
recreate the
to
sign
that.
for this new tavern.
Okay, so basically a couple of the skeletons just follow Barry. You know, whatever you're doing, and basically they say to you, just go. They explain to you like, so skeletons explain terms of contract.
Contract.
So okay.
What happens if I don't agree to the terms of contract?
I feel like you already have.
Skeletons break contract.
Oh,
I see where that's going, and I'm not going for that.
I feel like we can take
okay.
it, to be fair. Jezebel's
60?
like,
Right.
yeah, Jezebel's
Here's the
thinking,
thing. They seem to keep respawning, which is my issue. Skeletons, you wait here. I'll get back to you. I'll arrange a meeting, chat things through. I have a meeting with the mayor right now. I would like to go and find the mayor and have a word, or multiple.
Okay. Roll me a. What do you call this? Call this an investigation.
That would be a 11.
You can't find any of the townspeople. They're
oh,
not dead. They have legged it in fear because essentially you came out the crypt with a conga line and army of skeletons that then started rebuilding the town, and they were absolutely terrified
but they didn't take the
Why
children.
did the orphans not burn?
because they were inside the orphanage.
No, there was no orphanage by that point.
No, the orphanage got dismantled shortly afterwards.
who works at the orphanage?
The other person who
Okay.
was in the orphanage, because I said when the orphanage was built, there was a load of orphans and a forlorn-looking orphan person, stood.
Yeah,
By the
I
orphanage.
remember
Yeah,
that, but the-
yeah,
but the
so
fact
therefore
is,
they
why
should
didn't
have
you
ran.
take that?
An orphan
Therefore,
person.
they should have ran when their orphanage was broken down after their first
Okay.
orphanage was broken
Well,
down.
they
Let me
didn't.
let me just check something.
Because let's
The
be
town
honest,
is
being
completely
terrified for
empty.
that long is exhausting. And I think they realised what was going on, and skeletons were building
The
stuff.
town is
Except in
completely
death.
empty now. Yes.
Yeah.
No. Is it? I will go door to fucking door
Okay.
to make sure it's empty.
Go door to door, roll me a 20, and we'll see if you find anyone.
I will also go door to
If,
door.
if no one answers the door, I'm kicking the door down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why prostitutes leave?
No, well,
That's
they went to
fine.
the dodgy rundown tavern, didn't they, to get a drink?
Yeah, so are they still there?
I'm in there right now. I'll go there.
Okay. I got a 5 on searching. Once I've gone through, I'm then gonna get Jezebel to go through because she's louder and more intimidating than me.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to
You
roll
find
intimidation.
the man who you think was the mayor, who is the guy who was in charge, and he's basically just
Okay.
scared and in a corner of a building, hiding badly.
Mate. This key is this fucking hammer, and it comes with an army of inept skeletons that have just killed the orphans because reasons that I don't actually understand, but they did. Can you get everyone out of the village and allow us to just build up the village again without risk of life or limb?
The mayor kind of looks at you and is like, it's basically says we'd heard that the hammer was indeed cursed, but we didn't really know how. We just told it had the power to rebuild Bumble. But of course, if you think we should leave, we shall leave.
Jezebel says.
Wait, no.
Jezebel goes
It's
to his.
cursed, and you didn't mention that? You didn't mention that it was cursed?
Jezebel grabs
Beforehand.
by the thing and pushes it up, saying, "What?
Roll
I
me
was nice to you."
an intimidation check.
That is a mod 20.
Okay, that's fine. I rolled a 17. So yeah, he's intimidated. He basically looks at you and he's like, we just got told that essentially the hammer would work. It just needed incredibly specific instructions. And we just know that we can do it. It's just a case of being very clear and very very specific. With
How about I'll give you a very clear and specific instruction. Get everyone out of the town.
yes, right away. I was
now.
going to do that anyway.
And make sure he gets out.
Yeah, he
It's
leaves,
not-
and he basically goes around all
Chuck
the
him
other
out.
doors, and he gets everyone together, and they all basically they leave the town, and you see in the distance of the town what looks like a few tents springing up, and basically they form a little temporary town. Yeah,
Okay,
far away.
so
Skeletons, you do not cross this line.
no, wait.
You do not pass
Exactly
through that.
what's
You
going to
stay
happen is
inside.
Skeletons not
Nick-
leave town.
Toasty,
Yeah.
Toasty and Yarrick, we will be the wall between the skeletons and the town. Barry, build the town. We're going to defend the townspeople in the tents.
Okay, I'm gonna
got
do this
my-
one at a fucking time with each fucking skeleton of you. Mine this. That is all you fucking do. You keep fucking mining. That is it. You
Okay.
got that?
Skeletons
mining
understand
And I'll go
us.
to the next one.
Not
I
miners,
mine
not
stone,
miners.
boss.
Check
Only
that.
this
Am I
stone.
still resting at this point? Is Yarrick still resting?
You tell me. You don't have to know. You're coming. You're still a bit woozy because you're coming down off of a 4-year drug trip. But
Oh no,
Yeah,
I was
you are
long
capable.
resting so I could prepare dispel
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah,
long
long
rest
rest
is like
is like
8 hours or more, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
right,
So
cool.
if you're
Then
long
I
resting, you're
will-
pretty much going to be long resting for the rest of the session.
Unless you're what race are you?
That's fine.
What
He's
race are you?
orc, he's
Oh,
not an elf.
okay, so he's not an
Not
elf.
elf.
Okay,
No, he can't go into a
Hmm.
trance.
for 6 hours and be better.
He can't trance for 6 hours.
All right. I best consult my medicine to come up with a solution. He just starts fiddling with like a load of mushrooms.
Okay. So yeah, Barry basically just. I'm assuming. So you go between each skeleton.
I tell them you only do this task for 2 minutes, and then you stop, stand still, and don't do anything until I'm back. Understood?
Yes, boss. Skeletons think rebuilding town might take very long time if skeletons only allowed 2-minute job at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
can
you
do
can't
5
really do it
minutes.
right.
You do 5 minutes work, you stop until I come back, tell you what to do again. Got it?
Yes, boss. Skeletons hive mind, boss. All skeletons understand, boss.
Oh,
Well, you don't
Just because you all
understand.
understand doesn't mean you all seem to do it correctly. So, you're skeleton number 1. Got that? And I go
Oh,
through
no.
number each one.
Wait. We'll just get Ink and Quill because they've got white skulls, so we'll just
Yeah,
do
that's what I'm gonna do.
number them.
Go 1 on the back of his head.
You grab a little bucket of nearby paint that you found and you paint.
Wait, I realised this is just Mr. Meeseeks.
Oh yeah.
I'm Mr. Skeleton, look at me.
Except for Mr. Meeseeks was helpful to everyone except
Yeah.
from Randy because
Oh.
no, it's not Randy.
Randy? Who the fucking Randy?
Oh.
Randy's the
I know
other
who
dad
you mean.
in cartoon characters.
Ah,
But
I
yeah,
don't know. It's
Randy Marsh. I am Lord La La La.
also, these
Um,
skeletons don't actually want to die, so
So basically, you tell the skeletons to rebuild the town.
yes, but with extremely
very
clear instructions.
specifically
Okay.
With overview.
Specifically,
5
without
minutes
killing
to make sure they're
anyone.
doing- no killing anyone. I will literally give each one a singular job. They work for 5 minutes and stop, and then they don't do anything until I come back.
Fair enough. Okay, boss. Skeletons, rebuild town. Not
Oh, well,
hurt
then-
anyone. Stone only from quarry. No orphan mortar.
Wood,
no living mortar.
no living mortar.
Over the next year, they've managed to build over doing 5 minutes per task and wood.
No mortar from anyone that was living in the last year.
Just as basically the skeletons start work,
Oh God!
you notice over the basically through the gates of the town after and a weird echo. You basically you see a familiar tiefling walking towards you, looking slightly better rested than you'd expected, and having studied her infernal texts, and basically just
I
comes
walk
up, and you spend the next 10 minutes filling her in on everything she's missed while we go for a
Before
quick
that-
break.
I was gonna say before that, I go up to her and say, "Hello, welcome to my
Oh, that's true.
Yes,
Yeah,
what's
you
that?
don't know who. Yeah, so the first thing she does is
Oh.
walk up because she has no idea who Yarrick and Toasty are. I forgot you
Yeah.
guys aren't usually here.
I am Pussy Shades. Welcome to Daddy P's passion travels.
Iconic.
We go where you come.
You come
Hey,
where
can
we
you
go.
remind me of
I hate
Silver's
it already,
backstory again?
Huh?
Zelda, my friend!
What's
What?
Silver's backstory?
Who's?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Sal's
Oh
probably
my
not too
God.
keen on that.
Oh.
Did you forget about that? Why did
Yeah,
you
I did.
forget about that?
I completely
Yeah,
forgot about that.
I completely forgot about that.
What's that?
Salva's backstory is she used to work in a brothel,
But this is
and not a
good
nice
brothel.
one.
But does she actually would she know about the enterprise that is Daddy P and how good Daddy P was as a brothel
Please.
owner?
I'll tell you what, Salva, roll me a history check.
Okay, got you.
'Cause I think
I've got-
a
this
former
is
brothel
literally-
worker would know.
This has been a snap decision because I've had a nap now. I've had some ramen now, and so I feel much better.
Just roll me a quick history check.
Well, welcome
Because
to
you've got
the shit show, which is
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I did just say in the chat on Twitch, and I was like, "This looks like absolute utter chaos," and I am.
I did
absolutely
thoroughly
certain
enjoy
because I'm
though.
not
I
there.
loved you guys going in through the roof of the crypt rather than the very simple door puzzle.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that immensely.
yeah, but it's because like you gave a riddle to Jezebel.
Yeah,
firstly.
no, I completely get why, and I'm fine with it. I love it. It was great.
You give us an easy task to get in, to be very clear, but then you don't give us the information when it's a specific thing we should figure out. We should, like when we're questioning about the thing, they don't tell us about the thing.
I got a dirty 20.
You got a dirty 20. You've heard of Daddy P. Daddy P is famous amongst the brothel kind of industries and stuff, and everyone wants to work for a Daddy P brothel, even those who aren't in the industry. They want to work because they just know it's a lovely place to be. It's
Oh,
that no one looks after people like Daddy P and his associates, and
wholesome content. We love
So-
to see it.
that way we don't have to have Selva getting upset at the backstory and bringing up horrible moments of her past, and thus the immersion is not broken.
This way, we don't have to have trauma.
Yes, because trauma is unfun.
So
D&D
being
without-
a Daddy P brothel is fine.
So we'll take a quick 5-10 minute break. I'll bring Rihanna up to speed of what's happening.
Great.
Everyone who wants to grab a drink and all that, and we will be right back. Cooley.
Was it because I was on mute
Yeah.
that he called me?
So we're back.
I'm
We're back on
thinking
chat
about-
window, but we're not
Freely.
resuming just
Oh,
yet. 'cause
I was going
Cooley-
to say I'm going to run and get a drink, but
Well, it's fine because Cooley's not there.
Yeah.
Just be quick.
right.
I love how you always wait till the moment I say, right, let's come back, and then you go, right, now I'm
Yeah,
going to go
wait,
get a
no.
drink.
I need to go.
Always
Do
knows.
Oh, look, Keely's back now. So we'll wait a bit longer while Rihanna does her customary. Oh, we're back.
Sure.
Let's get a drink.
That's the
So
point,
yeah,
right?
so to resume, the skeletons are now merrily rebuilding the town. They're not hurting anyone. Every now and again, they're pausing so you can check that they're doing work correctly.
Yeah.
As they've started to do it, it's not, you realise that you don't need to check them so frequently. They have indeed got the message.
I'm going to check on my
Okay.
prostitutes just to see they're okay.
Yeah, we'll just wait for Rihanna to get back before I go into any more kind of intricate detail. Ooh, my pub behind me is refreshed.
Probably got like 2 hours on it. And it's gone. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know how long. It's literally a YouTube video I downloaded to run in the background. It's got sound as well for some reason. What you eating, James? Looks like Philly on a cracker,
I imagine that's
and I think
what
you're
it
still
is.
muted.
I didn't want to get the crunch in my.
I
You
want,
know,
yeah, but I want the
that's
crunch.
respectable.
We want the crunch.
No, that's
We're not into ASMR.
Yeah, we ain't here for that.
What's the
shit.
point of eating on stream if we can't get the crunch? Right, Rihanna is back. So yes, skeletons rebuilding town, doing a good job. Everything's going well. What's
Sorry,
everyone?
Matt, what are the skeletons doing?
They're rebuilding the town. Everything's going well. They're
Sorry,
not
say
hurting.
again. Say again. What are they doing?
Rebuilding the town.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to check you 4 times.
Dick.
I don't get it. What I miss?
He's just proving a point that he can use back on you later if you try and screw him over.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm fine. The skeletons are rebuilding the town. They are not hurting anybody. They are taking the stone from the quarry. Everything is going exactly how you want it to go.
Monitoring them.
Dan's been, Barry's been monitoring them, and they're doing, they've been waiting for him to just check up. They're doing it. That's fine. And they've soon realised that they've got the message. He maybe doesn't need to monitor them as much, but that's fine. They're still doing everything as instructed. There is nothing untoward happening. What you do notice is finally they placed the last kind of. They seem to be doing this quite quickly because they're 60 skeletons. They were in a previous life. They were Forest builders. They're good at what they do. So they've built this amazing. The town is looking pretty bloody good. So they kind of rebuild it all back up, and they look to you, Barry, and they just kind of you don't think skeletons can sweat, but it almost seems like somehow they've managed it, and you hear the rasp of 60 hands on foreheads going "Bleh," like that as the skeletons just look absolutely knackered and worn out and just really kind of just put out, and they come up to you and the skeletons are just like, town built, boss. Skeletons want to talk to you, boss, about terms of contract.
Okay, I'm listening.
My God.
Skeletons do what bosses want. This is fine. This is what skeletons do. But when skeletons do thing, there is price. You tell us to build building, we build building, we kill orphans. You tell us to build other building, we take stone from orphanage. There is price. Skeletons not do price, it hurts skeletons. So, skeletons wish to end contract.
What would ending the contract entail?
Well, skeletons open to negotiation, but otherwise, skeletons kill bosses.
Boss. There's only one boss.
It's kind of a group thing.
To
I didn't touch
clarify,
that damn hammer.
to clarify, if I don't agree, would you kill me anyway, or is it I have to agree and then you would kill me?
I just saw the book.
Because
Brianna, have inspiration.
Thank you.
Like I say, boss, skeletons open to negotiation.
Well, how much gold? How much gold would it take?
Skeleton's not in it for money.
Okay, so what do you want?
Skeletons want to work for bosses, but need to do price. Skeletons cannot
Can I?
do things without price.
Is this one seem to be in charge? This singular one seem to be in charge?
No, they all speak
It's
as
a
a group.
hive mind.
It's like a hive mind. So there's 60 skeletons
So,
saying this to you at
Say I was
once.
to charm one of them with Charm Monster. Would it charm all of them? Would I know that?
How long does that last for?
It lasts 1 hour. They would know afterwards that they have been charmed by me.
I mean,
Well,
they're
it might
pretty.
be a
The
minute.
skeletons don't have an issue with you guys as it is anyway. The only issue they have is the fact that it physically hurts them to do favors and tasks without some kind of remuneration, without something,
I
without
have
them
a
doing
do you-
something.
What happens if they continually get hurt? Do they die?
Well, eventually they would die, but then obviously they just pop back up again.
So what
Why-
I'm hearing is you want to cause pain and suffering.
Skeleton it's less want, more part of blood magic that skeletons have
So
to do.
do you have to kill, or do you just have to harm and seriously maim?
Skeletons just have to do bad. For all good,
Can
there
you-
must be bad.
Can you give us 8 hours to figure out your price?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need
think
some
you worked
time to
out what I'm
consider
gonna
it.
do.
Can I just drop
I
the
know
curtain?
exactly
Can
what
I
you're
drop the
doing.
curtain here and just tell you dispel magic will not work on this?
Why not?
Because no.
It's an
Because
attack, I
you're pussyfooting around it?
No, because it's
you're
not that kind of
denying- because
it's
because
it's an
because magic,
ancient hammer, and I'm telling you now, dispel magic will not work on this.
But dispel magic
Okay.
works on everything. That's the whole
On
point.
any
It does if your
enchanted item.
DM decides that, but on this one, I'm putting down the DM foot and saying
Okay,
dispel
okay.
magic will not work on this hammer.
Okay. Skeletons. Here's my proposal.
Come on, Danny.
I don't want you to do any harm. So how about this? I want you to go out and find a way to break this curse without killing me in any way or killing anyone that holds this. And then once you've done that, you can do whatever you want.
Or I have an or.
Oh no.
Without harming anyone.
I'm
That is the
set,
clause.
if I was to set up a specialist BDSM room, they could get their pain that they want without killing, or it would just be hurting people. It would be fine. Just an idea.
Like
just-
that, Yarrick puts some more like herbs into his pipe and just slowly starts to cast sacred flame
Yarrick
on
hits
it.
the
Sorry,
bong.
am I wrong?
Yarrick
I
takes a rip
wrong?
on his bong. Roll me a d20,
Uh,
Yarrick. I want to see how hard you rip that bong.
Selma stands in silence and looks confused.
Jezebel said, or you could try and fight us, and you will all die. And I'd like to roll intimidate on that.
For sake.
That-
Jezebel, I hate to tell you this, but they don't die. They respawn.
Yeah,
Is
but
the
if they
issue.
break
There
the
is-
contract,
there is a-
if
there
they
is
break the
a-
contract, surely they would not. They would stop coming back to life.
I have a plan.
Yeah,
come
but
back
breaking
to
the
life,
contract
Break my
means they have
contract
to
by
kill you.
killing me.
Can I talk to one of them for a minute straight about my plan?
You can't talk to one of them because it's
Okay,
hard.
Mr.
Well, you can talk to
Person,
one of
I-
them, but
Yeah.
all of them will
I
be
mean,
able to
arguably,
hear.
we could
Yeah.
each.
Oh no, that's perfect, because then I can use my effect of College of Whispers, which basically I will post it to you.
What?
It is called Word of Terror, and you can speak to one. Do they count as humanoid?
Yeah, skeleton. Well, they were human once.
Yeah.
Right.
I can speak to one humanoid alone for 1 minute, and it causes it to become frightened of you and any other creature of your choice if it fails a Wisdom saving throw. For 1 hour, and it will be too afraid to attack or damage you. If it target sees, it is not aware of this ability. So basically, it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw after I talk to it a minute about anything. So I'm going to make it about joining my prostitution group, just to hide what it is. And hopefully I can scare them enough that they will not want to fight us and they will drop the contract without as having to fight them.
Okay.
Or we just do turn and death.
What did they roll on a wisdom saving throw? No, because they might come back to life again.
They did come back to life. We
Oh.
already tried turn undead.
Yeah. They rolled an 8. Skeletons aren't that clever.
Yeah, so 14, they are, as it's a hive mind, they are all frightened.
Okay. The skeletons basically slowly
me
start to
and
back.
my
They'll
allies.
slowly start to back away, and then they turn around. Every time they get within, so once they get to a point of, shall we say, a mile away from you, basically they then, you probably can't see this because it's a mile away, but the skeleton basically gets a mile away, it explodes, and then pops back up near you, and basically repeats the process.
I'm not asking it to like explode. I'm just gonna say
It's
look,
not. It's. I know you're not asking it to
It-
explode.
it's
It's because
insane.
it's got out of range of the hammer. The
Only
the
of a
skeletons are
mile?
bound to the hammer. So as soon as it gets out of range of the hammer, it explodes and
What
reappears near
happens
the
if I
hammer.
just leave the hammer?
It doesn't have to leave my distance. It just has to physically
Let's just leave.
avoid
No,
me.
it's part of the hammer that is making it blow up.
Yeah.
Like,
Give
here's
It's
it
the
to a
because-
skeleton.
skeleton.
Give it to a skeleton. Give it to a skeleton.
Can I do that? If I look at the skeleton and say, if I give this to you and bestow this to you, it is then yours. What happens?
Skeleton's not in it for management, boss.
I don't care. What
Come
happens?
on. Everyone wants to rise up the ranks.
What about hammers? Skeletons in it for hammers?
I'm also
Well, you are
really confused
contractually
how this hammer
you are
works.
contractually bound to hammer until die, boss.
Well, they're frightened. They're
Right.
frightened. They're frightened of you now. You can maybe convince them to drop the contract without killing you because they're scared of you. Because I've said it's scared of you now.
That's true.
So
Hey.
try and
Just-
You're gonna drop the contract, and you're gonna do it with no cost, and you're gonna do it for free because
That
you're
is what no
scared of
cost
us.
means.
Skeletons would love to drop contract, boss. Skeletons not make contract.
It's,
He's
Well,
not
who
skeleton.
does then?
Ethelthrift made
it's a
contract.
magic contract.
Okay, well
Where's
then it's a
Ethel?
magical contract, and we'll.
Ethelthrift dead,
Wait a
boss.
second.
His dying wish
It's-
was
yeah,
for
he
army of
fucking is.
skeletons to be left behind to help people.
I walk into the tomb and tell all the other skeletons, fuck off. Just run for a mile. Just run.
They start running for a mile, but every time one gets a mile away, it then
Yeah,
explodes
but a mile
and pops
away is
back up
quite
again.
long. They,
No. Let them do that because then they explode and then the nearest skeleton to me pops up, correct? And I'm now in Ethel's tomb, correct?
No,
Meaning
they're the
Ethel
same
pops
skeleton.
the
It's
fuck
not a
up.
new skeleton. They're the same skeleton.
Wait, we could create a bone business where we just keep collecting their bones and where we just keep selling them as materials
Yeah.
because we've got an infinite amount of bones. Infinite
point.
amount of bones.
It's at
This is a very
Garrett,
Jezebel business plan. Because
I mean,
who?
it's flawless.
Yeah, just sort of like haphazardly.
I'm going around picking up all the bones into like a car.
I really hoped Word of Terror was going to work just to make this non-violent.
Yeah.
Jezebel's just like, can we just kill him, Daddy?
There is a very
can try.
obvious solution
No,
which you
but-
will stumble upon quite
Okay,
quickly.
okay.
I would have
I
thought.
feel like okay. Please, goading the cutter.
Okay,
There
I
is
tried
no
to
fucking
break the
obvious.
hammer.
There is no obvious thing. There is not an obvious
Jezebel,
solution here.
break this fucking hammer.
I break the hammer. I try to break the hammer.
Okay.
Strength check. I'm gonna rage because this is pissing off Jezebel. Strength check. That's 23.
Fantastic. You grab the hammer, you wave it around furiously, whacking it against everything. Obviously, and the hammer will not break. But what you do is you catch 3 skeletons in the wake as you do this, and those skeletons just go.
Only the hammer can destroy them. Shit.
How is that fucking obvious, mate? Come on, like.
I said it would become obvious. I didn't say it was immediately
okay.
obvious yet.
Just.
The skeletons just go.
Go ham, Jezebel. Go ham.
Oh,
Yeah.
give me that bloody hammer! I'm fucking.
Oh, it's
raging.
Okay. In which case, can we all fucking roll for initiative?
No, they do not fight back. I'm telling them not to fight back. I don't give
No,
a
we've
shit.
broken,
They are
I
I'm
think
their
we've broke the
boss.
contract. I think we've
You haven't
broken
broken the contract,
No, we
but the
haven't.
skeletons want to break the contract. As far as they're concerned, that means killing you. Roll for initiative.
13.
That's
18.
Um,
What's that? Is that all over?
Right, hang on. Let me.
oh my god,
Where's-
natural
why don't I have a
20.
pen?
21.
I've got a pen, but no bloody paper.
That's 2 21s.
Right, so we've got 2 21s. Whoever has got the higher initiative modified?
I have a +1.
I've got a +1 too.
They,
Then
go by
decide
Dex
amongst
then.
yourselves.
By Dex. Go by
Yeah.
Dex.
They would both be one.
This might be the same, to be fair.
I have
13.
So
Oh,
we can-
plus what? So modifier, I've got +0.
You've both got +1.
okay,
Oh,
so
no,
Rihanna
I've got
first,
+0
then
dexterity.
Jacob.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
how is it +13? How's it +13, not a +1?
It's it's just wait.
Wait, a 13 should be a +1.
Wait,
Oh,
no,
shit.
okay. What is your
Yeah,
modifier?
Dex.
What is
No,
your
I'm
modifier?
looking at. Sorry, no, I'm looking at wisdom. Dexterity, no, it's +1 as well.
Okay,
So
what
yours is a
numbers do you have? You've got 13, Rihanna.
Just
Yeah,
decide
13.
between you.
I'm just going to
decide
just
between
decide
you.
between you.
You want to go first?
Roll off.
Right, there we go. Rihanna goes first. Jacob goes first. Second.
Great. Okay.
18, by the way.
18.
Yeah.
Anyone get higher than 18? Who's left?
No, I got 14.
I also got a 14. Hey, James, what's
No,
your
13. Sorry, I got 13. I got
Okay.
13.
Thank you, James. James.
I'm gonna.
Splitting the
Now am I
skeletons
gonna
into
do?
3 groups.
I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth.
Oh, okay.
Knock some bitches over, you know.
This is what I miss about a match.
Tell me,
Where are we?
tell me how that works. Just tell me what I
So
need to do, what it does.
basically, choose a point you can see on the ground within range. Range is 120 foot by 20 foot. So a fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay, what's the saving throw?
Dex 13.
Ooh, skeletons be dexterous. Okay, skeletons rolled a nat 20.
Sad.
What happens on a
Only
failed?
invested
What happens on
away.
a failed?
Half.
They take half damage.
Okay.
So
yeah, you'll catch. Let's see, because there's 6. Well, there's 57 of them now because you killed 3 of them. And we'll say that there are 19 in this group.
they take 10 damage.
So 19 of them take 10 damage.
That's most of our HP of a skeleton, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm trying to find the HP and it's not giving me it on.
I think it's 13 AC and 11 AC, or it's the other. You know what I mean? It's one or the other way round. So I can't remember.
13 AC, 11 HP.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
look on the.
I'm guessing.
I mean, I could get my monster. What is it? The bestiary, isn't it? It's the thing that's got me. But...
Yeah.
Just
the
like
monster
Because I
D&D.
do. That's what I did. D&D 5e, and the first thing gave me didn't actually have.
AC 13, HP.
Oh, there you go. Roll 20's got it on, hasn't it?
Oh, is it 13? I thought there was 11 for
13,
some
13.
reason.
Okay, that's fine. So, how much damage was it? Sorry, Rihanna? 10?
10.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, that group of skeletons have that much.
I only remember because my necromancer.
Okay. So, yeah,
House C8.
19 skeletons basically fall over, and they're most of their bones fall away. Like, you know, they ain't getting back up in a hurry. But what you do see is they kind of start to combine the bones that they have got left to form, like, out of the 19 of them, a slightly larger, like, mecha skeleton, as it were. Because
I'm going
that's,
after
you know,
that.
they're basically trying to
Yeah.
make what they can out of it. So I calculated to work out how much HP that
Presumably,
mecha skeleton has.
and this is just guessing, the hammer would dispel that the same as just a one hit to anything else like it did before.
How much damage does I've got the hammer, right? How much damage does a hammer? Like what is it? Is it the same as a normal maul?
I'd say it's like a
Maul-
hammer +1 or whatever. If, like a war, is there a war hammer? Or
Maul is probably the
yeah, so a
closest
maul
thing,
+1.
So,
I've got one.
And on the skeletons, it will do an extra it'll do an extra D8 damage
Extra D8 damage, beautiful.
on skeletons.
Cool. Yeah. D8.
I realise I've got like I've only got one damaging spell.
I,
Do you
I
want
too.
weapons? So I can give you weapons.
Oh no, I've got a whip
Tempting.
and I've got wire and chain. I'm good.
And I'll work out. So 57 skeletons left, wasn't it? Minus 14. No, 39.
This is what happens when you build your character to be based on your backstory. Literally nothing is built for adventuring.
There we go.
Literally, even
Group
heat metal
sizes.
is meant to be used for kinky wave.
So Rihanna, have you got any bonus things or anything else you want to do, or anything you
Do I
can
have any
do? I don't
bonus
know.
things?
I'm assuming you might have a bonus action potentially.
I only have 2 weapon fighting, and I haven't really used weapons, so
Okay.
Yeah, no, 2 weapon. Everyone's got 2 weapon fighting. So yeah.
yeah.
No worries. Okay, so Jacob, or sorry, Yarek,
That's my name.
what would you like to do next?
So he's just like hit a massive in one from his pipe. So his intention. Also, how far away was the tree we mentioned earlier?
The stump of said tree. You're still kind of close to it because you were leaned up against it earlier. It's like in the centre of the town, and you're in the town
Okay,
square.
but there's
so-
not much tree left.
No, there's literally a stump.
It's literally just a stump.
Yeah, the
Okay.
skeletons cut it down to build frame for the.
Where is Jezebel?
Jezebel's kind of just stood with the hammer next to the dust of 3 skeletons, looking very angry.
Okay. I'd like to cast Enhance Ability on Jezebel, as she's the one with the hammer.
Ooh,
Just roll
ooh.
me a d4. If it's an even number, you get advantage. If it's an odd number, you get disadvantage. Because I want to
It's a
see.
D4. Sorry, was that?
Yeah, if you roll an even, you get advantage. Roll an odd, you get disadvantage. Because I want to see if your drug trip has helped you or hindered you.
I got a 1.
So you're rolling at disadvantage purely because you're stoned.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to see if you had a good high or a bad high, and on this occasion it was a bad high.
Wait, how do you roll with disadvantage?
Not
Basically,
very
roll to hit. Do you roll anything for?
Not for enhanced ability.
You do. It's to do with the amount of temporary hit points they get.
So basically, roll that one twice and take the lowest result.
Okay, right. 8. So
8
yeah,
temporary hit points. Beautiful.
Jezebel gets 8 temporary hit points.
Okay, and is that your whole action or is that a bonus action?
I think
It'll
if
say-
I've got to choose one of the following effects. I'll give her Cat's Grace, so she gets an advantage on dexterity
Okay.
and doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less.
Cool.
If that's relevant at all.
Who knows? We'll see.
We'll make it relevant.
I'm kind of impressed that Yarek even managed to pull off that spell, I'm not going to lie.
He only just did. He was kind of just like.
It involves just like touching them, so he just goes.
Yeah, basically, you just lent on him like a piss mate at a pub at the end of the night. Just kind of like, I fucking love you, your family.
Oh, guys, can we just pause for 1 second and appreciate how much fucking spare time I have on my hands for my
Oh my god.
This is why you're not getting your essays done.
I have not done any D&D stuff in like the past 3 weeks, and I'm really sad about
To be
that.
fair, you've also done.
Of course, working through it.
Yeah, you've also done no essays.
That is not true. Thank you.
No,
Rihanna, you do set yourself up for it sometimes.
Then why on Monday were you doing it last minute for the next day?
Because I have ADHD and it usually takes me about
Hey,
a week and a half.
Why,
to do
why
everything.
you do
Yeah,
stuff?
4 days.
Look, okay, sure, but that still doesn't. That still makes my point true.
Anyway, a D&D
Technically.
session is hardly the correct forum to discuss the intricacies of the workings of ADHD.
When can I hit things?
Not yet,
yeah.
Cooley. Oh, wait, no. The other group of skeletons, of which there are 18, are now going to have a go. And basically, weapon-wise, they've got tools and random shit that they picked up, I guess. So I'm basically just going to look at what the weapons it gives them and then nerf them. So Jezebel.
Yeah.
A group of skeletons is going to try and attack you with various tools. I'm going to say that they do 1d6 damage because that's what a short sword does. But I'm not going to add the +2. So, what's your armor class?
12.
12. Okay, so half of the skeletons miss you. And so do the other half, because I rolled a 2 and a 4. So basically, 18 skeletons have just frantically ran up to you. But obviously what's happened is they've done, rather than doing that Hollywood thing where one of them attacks you at a time and the others are in the background kind of getting ready and moving around to then come in and hit you, they've all gone in at the same time. And what that done is it's maybe demonstrated why in Hollywood they do that, because by doing that, they've all just collided with each other and got in each other's way. So as all of their tools and swords have gone for bump to hit you, they've all kind of hit each other in midair above your head and just missed and basically bounced off, and you're absolutely fine. So Cooley, it is now your go.
Cool. I'm gonna take penny farthing and tuppence, and I'm gonna push them into the corner so then out of harm's way.
I mean, they're in the tavern.
Okay. Yeah, so as long as they're in the tavern, I'm fine. I thought they were still with me.
No, the battle's happening out in the town square. I mean, you technically are still in the tavern as well, but presumably you've probably heard the commotion.
Yeah, I tell them to stay in the corner, and I give them a dagger so they defend themselves.
Oh, awesome! We love to see it.
I'm then gonna go for. Are the weapons they're holding? Are they touching metal parts?
They're
Or
just
are they
like
like
work
wooden
tools. So you'd
hilted?
assume like hammers would have like wooden handles and saws would have wooden handles. They're just
Okay,
they're
so they're
standard
not metal
building
han-
tools.
They're not. Yeah, so they're not metal handles. So that spell's gonna be fucking useless.
What you can do, heat metal.
Heat metal and then just fucking roast a couple of hands. Unless the floor's made of metal, done like.
Yeah, no, the floor's made of floor materials like dirt.
Cool. The ones
That's
that
why
are
you need
nearest
my
to the,
chandelier.
yeah, the ones that are nearest to the tavern, I'm gonna cast Distant Whispers on it. On that one.
Elucidate, if you will.
Distant Whispers. I whisper a melody or a phrase to each of the creatures of your choice within range. Creature, sorry. And
I mean,
they
they're a
are
hive
ra-
mind, so they'll all hear it.
yeah, so it's a racking pain. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. Failure, it takes 3d6 damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away from you as it's possible in that turn.
We're about to get
The
back
creature-
into the running a mile away and exploding thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sorry, as a pimp, he's just like, I don't
No,
want to
okay.
kill
no.
my ex-clients. I just want to throw them as far a fuck away from my prostitutes as possible. to
Wait,
keep them safe.
which ones has he done?
I'm doing it to the
No,
ones.
it's
This
a
will
hive
work on
mind.
every single
It's
one of
all
them.
of them.
Okay, I get opportunity attacks then.
If it
Every
works.
single time.
If
No,
it works.
Here's the thing.
If the
It's
running away bit
timed,
works.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, are
they
they
need
not
to make
still
a wisdom
frightened for
saving
an
throw.
hour?
Oh yeah.
That's
So
the-
what means it'll pause the
Yeah.
battle for an hour.
Why would they? Why?
No,
what?
this one's
No,
not an
they're
hour. This
still
one's not an hour.
frightened.
From the
Yeah,
other
they're
one.
still frightened of
From
me.
the other
Yeah,
one.
Frightened.
yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
never
Well,
frightened
let's
of
just say that an hour passed of skeletons running away from you and exploding.
That's fair. That is kind of fair. Before we had the debate again.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers on this one.
And to be fair, it was quite amusing. You probably would have quite enjoyed watching that for like an hour.
I think we were
Really,
more worried
an
about
hour?
the 60 skeletons that were killing orphans, but
Yeah.
sure.
Well,
Yeah.
they weren't killing orphans at that point. All the orphans were dead already.
They're already dead.
Yeah, that's
There was
bad.
only 12 orphans.
Causing more.
Only 12 children
Oh.
died.
Yeah, only 12 children
Well.
died. It's fine.
Negligible, really.
Wisdom saving throw, my friend.
I rolled. Well, yeah, 2.
Yeah, so they're going to take 3d6 damage.
Okay. I mean, the damage is kind of irrelevant because obviously, if they die, they just respawn anyway.
Yeah, but oh crap! Why is it no?
I mean,
cancel
you
that.
roll
I
it,
don't know
and
why.
we'll see how weak they are.
I rolled 12.
Okay, so
On this-
basically, all of the skeletons have got 1 HP, apart from 19 of them who die. So they then taken 9 because they were on
Yeah.
3. So
And now they've got to use their reaction
and
to
now
run
four.
away, and I am going to give Bardic
So
Inspiration.
you've given
to
19
a...
of them 1 HP, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give Jezebel Bardic
Bardic
Inspiration
Inspiration.
as well because
So that
she's the
gives her
one holding the
that
hammer.
gives
Oh,
an extra
I'm gonna-
D6, isn't it?
I'm gonna get
At
reaction.
my
yeah.
level, I need to double check.
You're going to
Check.
get, yeah, no, I'm going to, you can do the attack of opportunity. Just roll me it 3 times to hit because I've broken the skeletons down into groups of into 3 groups.
Yeah, I
Inspiration
only
die
get
of
one attack
1d8.
on reaction anyway. You only ever get one attack on the opportunity.
1d8.
All right, I'll allow you to do it on an entire group of skeletons, though. I'm feeling nice.
Yeah, like they're all around me, aren't they? So
Yeah, you can just windmill this attack of opportunity. Your attack of opportunity
Uh,
is you spinning around in a circle with a hammer.
I've got mod 20.
Okay.
Just so you know, I'll say I've got better
yeah.
prostitutes than you in Baldur's Gate. That's my insult to them.
Mod
Fair
20
enough.
mod 20 using my bardic inspiration.
Okay, so you managed to kill 19 of the skeletons. The,
Ooh,
like,
what
the
the
kind
heck?
of group of
Brianna's
19.
camera.
Oh, okay. Does it automatically
That's the
Fine.
internet lag. Does it what? Sorry?
Yeah, probably.
I assume I don't have to roll damage on that.
No, because it's a. To be honest, they've only got 4 HP. These ones. These are the piss weak skeletons.
Yeah, no, I would have got that. I would have got. What's that? That is
I mean, what's your strength modifier?
16 plus 3.
Yeah, so it's fine.
19.
Yeah, so yeah, they're very. I mean, I imagine you could roll a 1 and probably still kill a 4 HP skeleton.
Yeah.
So yeah, they basically all explode and they're out of the fight. So dooby. And the reason you were able to hit that one is because that's the one that had formed into like a mecha skeleton. So
Okay,
it
cool.
kind of ran by as one skeleton, and you just went,
Okay.
and the mecha skeleton just popped. And then what? How long does this being afraid thing work for?
Until their next turn.
Until their next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's not a great spell, but it does the job if you want to get away.
okay. Well, no, it means half of them will be afraid for a little bit. So basically, they all turn tail and start running away.
Yeah.
There's a rather awkward and long pause until they start getting to the point where they're like a mile away. Skeletons are quite fit, so they run an 8 minute.
They cannot run in 1 turn of 6 seconds.
Mile.
They cannot run a
Well, this is
mile.
it. They can't run a mile in 1 turn, but they run let's say they run a 7-minute mile. So it's up to you, I guess. If this is combat, do you let them turn tail and run for 7 minutes while you will stand there going,
Well, no, because I've not got to my turn yet. Let me get to my turn.
all right,
We're still in turn.
okay. So it's your turn. Oh no, actually, it's if we're
Danny,
doing that,
let
it's
me.
Dan. It's Dan.
I will hold
And then
my
the
action
skeletons.
until one of them runs past me, and then I will hit it if it runs past, I guess.
Danny's still got a reaction. Everyone technically has a reaction.
Okay.
Yeah. But here's the thing, I can't kill them.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no
this
point
is it.
in-
You're the only one who can kill them, James.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk over, and I think I can hide in him.
Yeah,
I'm smaller than him. I just stand by his feet and just dodge his feet.
yeah. You do
So I'll
that.
just do that.
A group of 20 skeletons suddenly realise that they're not that scared and turn around to basically face off against Jezebel.
Okay, is it my turn now?
No, skeletons first, and then what was
No,
your?
the skeletons already went, didn't they?
But one
One
group of
group,
skeletons
there's
did.
two.
There's
Oh,
3.
okay.
Well, so
Yeah,
there's
okay.
only 2 now.
Well,
What's your
come at me,
AC?
bro.
Well, they rolled a
12.
1, so it doesn't matter.
Cool,
Again, they
perfect.
all miss you. James, what would you like to do?
I'd like to attack. I'm already raging from when
Yeah.
I was trying to
Yeah.
break the damn thing. So my first attack. Oh, I missed.
Okay.
Second attack. I got 15.
Okay.
15 on that second attack.
Okay. How much? What's the lowest amount of damage you could do with that hammer? Just out of interest.
6.
6. Okay. So yeah, and it's a
Lowest I
plus.
could do.
What did I say? It was a +8, wasn't it, to skeletons? So 7 would be. The
No.
lowest.
You added a D8. You added a D8. So, but if I get a 1 on all of the dice.
Oh,
and then
okay.
Plus my 3.
6 would be the
Just
lowest.
check.
Okay, so yeah, we
6
do need to
would
roll for damage. That's fine. Okay,
So,
so
I got on that. I got 6, 12 plus 3, and then plus 8. I did max damage on that roll. I did 12, 20,
Okay.
23 damage.
So you basically windmill the hammer, and you manage to take out another 20
One
of the
health,
skeletons.
James.
Then I throw my dancing sword out because why not? And it's gonna find a skeleton and attack it somewhere within 30 foot. if there's one within
You
30 foot.
hear behind you just a skeleton go, "Ah!" and then another one just pops
Yeah.
up out the ground.
Cool.
In front of him, I believe. Is the way that it works.
It'll be near wherever you are, Dan, because you've got the hammer.
No.
Which is under his feet.
Oh,
So in front of
Opportunity
you,
attack.
which would be an attack of opportunity.
Okay, it's only one skeleton though.
Well,
But-
I missed with my dancing greatsword. But,
Oh, did you?
yeah.
I was going to let you have it anyway because it was just funny. I like
No,
the idea.
I throw the sword in front of me. I mean, I just drop the sword in front of me, and it starts to try and attack.
hey, did you use your bardic inspiration yet?
I haven't, but dancing straight sword. Yeah, no, that was my bonus action as a dancing great sword.
You
I'll use it
your
next
bardic
time.
inspiration on it though.
Yeah, you can use it on bonus action. if you want.
No, because I use my bonus action for the dancing great sword. It's
Oh,
a magical flying weapon that I could throw and I could use it as a separate attack.
Fair
Right.
enough.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So yeah, there are 18 skeletons left, and it is.
Right.
I was sitting there going, "Oh, the next." So we're back to Rihanna because you've killed the other skeletons. So yeah, we're back to Rihanna.
Okay.
as her camera comes back to life as well.
It's just because it's obviously internet being slow and a bit rubbish. But yeah, Rihanna, the floor is yours. There are 18 skeletons left.
Okay.
I mean, you could be passing the
Oh.
hammer round. I'm just saying, but
We're not
Yeah.
together, though. We're not together though. Only two of us are together. Or three of us maybe. I'm
I'd
at the
say you're
tavern.
the only one who's at the
Also,
tavern.
Yeah.
I haven't even
Also,
established
it's a strength
bonus
weapon.
action. Yeah,
bonus action past the hammer.
I didn't know.
it would be his action though.
Yeah, true.
Possibly bonus action. I guess.
Okay, I'm
Chuck a
gonna,
hammer. It's not an action. To do that,
I'm gonna.
it's a bonus action.
Okay, I'm gonna get out the whip and smack it at the nearest skeleton.
Toasty kind of raises an eyebrow.
Toasty is pleased.
So pleased.
I really want there to be a whip off between you two now, because you both use whips primarily as your weapon.
I rolled a 15.
15.
They're
That
both connected to prostitutes.
hits. Now there are 18
know.
left. I need to see how many that's going to hit.
It's okay.
That hits 12. So you can get 12 of them with this whip.
I can get 12 of them. Okay, great. Okay, they take 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay, so 12. 6 points. Okay. No worries. 6 of them are still at anyway.
Selva's got work experience with the whip.
So, bonus action, you want to do anything or?
Nah.
Okay. Jacob, you're up.
So Yarrick at this point, he's going to just slump back on the stump that he was on. And he's just got to sort of haphazardly summon his Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
Do you know what that one does, or should I read that?
I'm
out?
assuming it summons a creature of some sort.
So it's a large spectral guardian, and then whenever you summon it, anything that comes within 10 feet of it, it will make an attack on it if it moves.
Right.
And I think they've got to make a dexterity saving throw, and if they fail it, they get 20 radiant damage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay, you've got a guardian thing that if a skeleton comes near you, will kill it.
And then he's just going to sit down on the stump, take another hit, and then the guardian's going to be like, "Oh, can I have one?"
So you and the guardian together both stop ripping. Okay.
Me and the guardian just
share a bong. Okay, I'm
shoot it
assuming the
out.
guardian probably doesn't actually suffer from effects of it, so I won't make the guardian potentially.
I mean, probably not. He likes to feel included.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Right, so the skeletons next, and they're gonna have a go at Rihanna because you were last to do some harm, and they're not having much luck with Jezebel. So what's your AC?
Good question. 14.
Oh yeah, that was the right decision. They hit. And there are 18 of them having a pop at you.
Oh,
So
What'd you say?
they hit
18 of them.
18 of them,
Oh.
and they hit you. But not they don't do terrible amount of damage. Very good weapon.
'Cause they're
So
not fighters, they're just
yeah,
carpenters.
especially as I rolled a 1 for damage, so you take 18 points of damage. I mean, that's
not
not,
bad.
that's not
That's not awful,
small,
yeah.
but it's also not great.
I would like to I'd like to hellish rebuke a bitch.
Are you able to just to do it? You don't have, doesn't have to be your
Yeah,
turn.
it's
you can-
a
Reaction.
reaction spell.
Reaction.
Okay, cool.
Reaction to damage.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that.
Is that the one
Do
where
you
you
have
have
anyone
to
else
insult?
near you, by the way?
Hellish Rebuke is a pointing spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it pointing? I thought it was an area. Sorry.
Is that the one
Yeah,
where you have to point at them and
range,
insult them?
point your
or
finger
is
and
that-
then yeah.
You just point at them and then they catch fire.
Oh, okay. You don't have to insult. them.
Yeah, so it's they have to roll a dexterity saving throw of 12. Otherwise they take 2d10 fire damage.
I rolled a 17. I'm afraid.
Okay. well, it's
Skeletons
half
be
as much in that
dexterous.
case, so it'll be 1d10.
Okay, roll me a d.
And I'll roll that now. I take 4 damage.
Okay. Cool. Not Cooley. Oh no, skeletons are all dead. So Jane, no, Dan. Sorry, Dan.
No, it's me.
No, it is you.
Yes, Cooley.
No, it's not me. Yeah.
I've written my order really badly. Cooley, yeah, it is you. Oh no, it's because Rihanna confused me because obviously it was a reaction. I suddenly went, "Oh, Rihanna's just gone," even though she hasn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's Cooley.
I get it. I am going to use. So basically, I'm going to grab a rope. I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to have them try and basically loop around the
Okay.
of the skeletons and try and tie them together so they're stuck.
Yeah,
in a
that's
little
cool.
clump.
Roll me. I'm going to allow it. Roll me a dexterity. Roll me dex sleight of hand. Let's see if it manages it.
Sleight of hand. Yeah, no worries.
This will. We'll say this will. Yeah. Roll. Yeah. No, okay. I'll tell you what. Roll to hit. Sorry, first, and then we'll do that one.
Okay.
Roll to hit first.
So, what do I need to roll for that? Just a
13,
d20
13
plus.
yeah, d20, 13 to hit.
Yeah,
okay.
add your dex modifier
Dex,
if you're throwing
yeah.
something.
So that is a 11.
Okay. So what happens is you send your hempen rope out with your mage hand, and it goes out. It goes around the group. It goes around. And it's almost like you hear the mage hand just go, "Just one more pass," as it's going round. No one got that Star Wars reference. Okay, damn it.
No, I missed that one.
It's going round and round and round, and basically, as it gets to that last bit, the rope just snaps, just as it was about to, and you're just like, no.
Yeah.
Damn it, no one got
so
my.
I give.
That was the perfect opportunity for a Hoth battle Star Wars.
No.
I'm so disappointed.
I'm now
Call
also going to
yourself
give. I'm going to give Danny Bardic Inspiration as well.
Okay.
I think James actually used his.
I
I'm not
used mine.
mistaken.
Oh,
So,
you
yeah,
actually
So
that's
he
did.
could
fine.
have it again.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
did
realize
on
you used it. I
the
thought.
first roll. Yeah.
That's all right. No, you can give it to Danny. I don't mind.
I'm not
Okay.
attacking at the minute. Is all I'm saying because I can't kill them.
Danny's basically hiding
Yeah, but
behind
I've already
James,
given.
like
I've already given it to Danny. I accept when I make a.
like a kid
Yeah.
behind the school bully going, "Yeah."
Okay.
Yeah, I try not to veto what I do if I can help it.
Okay. So,
Fair.
Dan, you still hiding?
Yeah, I will continue to stand there.
You've got it for 10 minutes, so you've got all that.
Yeah, you've got ages.
Mm.
All right, so I mean, you can. I mean, you are stood next to James, as it is your go, I will allow him to still pass you the hammer, even though it's like you're next to him. You can ask him for the hammer.
I have negatives. I think I have negative strength, to be honest. I have negative strength.
Yeah,
I would do
it's a strength weapon.
literally no damage.
He would have -1 to hit it.
Okay.
Anything.
-1 to damage.
Okay. The hammer still obviously
Like-
does still do the same damage at
It
skeletons.
does the same damage, but he would be able to hit as much well with it as the
Okay.
thing.
Fair enough, Skis. So Dan, if you choose to do nothing, James, it's your go again.
Yeah. Hit number 1. That was that's 11. No, just an 11.
So that
11
misses.
is that hit? And that is a 22.
So that'll hit.
That hits. So
Isabel scares me.
Isabel should.
It's like
that
she
is-
misses the first hit, which makes her so angry she then can't not hit the second time.
Yeah, that's 11 damage total. Wait, yeah, 11 damage total.
11 damage
on that
total.
first hit. And then she's going to give Bardic as a bonus action. It's going to give Bardic Inspiration to.
I forget you can do that now.
Yeah. Whilst raging, I can give Bardic Inspiration whilst raging.
I think Bardic Inspiration while raging would basically you play something that sounds a bit metal.
I just go. I know.
I mean, it doesn't have to be playing. You can
I
just.
thought
like
Bardic
chant.
Inspiration is
It's
you
a
sing them a
chant.
song.
It's
Yeah,
a
you
chant. No, this is a war chant.
It's a war cry. Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping you'd just do like some screamo or something.
I fought the war and the war.
That was typo negative. Or
Just goes
something.
into a microphone. Just goes.
No, she just goes to battle, and that's how she gives
Bones
Bardic
will blot out
Inspiration.
the sun.
I'll give it to Toasty.
Yeah, boy.
Bardic after Bard.
I mean, I'll be honest. There's only one skeleton left.
Oh, is it really?
Like literally, there's one skeleton still on his own.
Okay.
Oh,
And
So
this,
what else
the skeleton looks at you and he just kind of goes. He holds up his hand and he just says, "Okay, boss. Skeletons agree. No end contract. We clock off." And basically, the skeleton runs at the hammer.
No.
Jezebel's going to swing.
Wait.
Well, you can help out. And basically, the skeleton runs at the hammer, and you basically see the skeleton hit the hammer, and then you're all of you are stood there, and it's like rather than like covered in blood, you're covered in almost what looks like chalk dust, because obviously of all the bones of the skeleton.
That's it.
And
Draw 2 lines. Like
you-
Warpaint.
But it's actually
you
just clearing
swear
off the
you can
chalk.
hear coming from the hammer the sounds of 60 skeletons basically arguing with each other, just very quietly, just like.
I'm gonna try.
There
and
were 60
throw
of
the
us. There
hammer.
are only 5 of them. Why we cannot kill them?
I whispered to the hammer. You didn't have a fucking barbarian. And then I drop the hammer on the floor and then
Hammer
I
drop.
leave.
Okay. Can you just?
I
So you've left the hammer on the floor. Okay, yeah.
I also would like to use that as an intimidate roll against the skeleton.
I mean, the skeletons will only come out of the hammer if you summon them. No.
I know, but I want to intimidate them inside the hammer.
Okay.
No, I
The
want them to-
skeletons are the skeletons are just pissed off and scared now. It works. The skeletons are intimidated. You've just killed all of them. That's fairly intimidating.
It is. To be
with
fair.
the broken rope, I'd like to tie it to the hammer without touching the hammer and drag it into the tomb, place it in the tomb,
Mhm.
close the door, break the door, open the door to see if there is now an obsidian wall there.
No, so you put the hammer back where it was basically. Or
No,
in
I've
the-
just
you
dragged it back.
dragged
I
it
haven't
into the
touched it.
tomb, and so basically like the foot of the
And
statue.
put it
type
at the
thing.
back.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And you know what? It's Jezebel. Can you accompany me? Because I want to
Yeah.
do something. Can you break this fucking statue?
Yes, I bring out my maul and I just go.
The statue shatters into many pieces.
I tie a piece of rope so I can pick up the hammer without touching it, and tap it and like hit the remains of the statue with it to see what happens.
The statue rebuilds instantly.
And Yarrick just like wander in, see the statue's broken, and start casting mending on it.
No,
Just be like, oh, sorry guys, I'll fix that for you.
I now take out my bag of
you
holding
do that, but
and
as you
tap it
do
with the hammer and
that
see
is
what
when
happens.
he casts mending, and just as you cast mending is when the hammer touches the statue. So you think your mending has worked really fucking well because the statue just instantly goes bonk back.
Jezebel looks at Yarrick, brings out the ball, smashes it again.
Statue's in a million pieces again.
I to
No.
be safe, try.
No.
No. I try it again, see what happens.
Statue's
If it
fixed.
rebuilds, okay, I pull out my
Wow.
bag of holding and do it with that and see what happens.
What, you pull out your bag of holding and touch it against the statue?
No, touch the hammer.
Oh, touch the hammer.
against it.
Nothing happens.
It was already fixed. You already fixed it, but
No, I didn't because nothing happened last time.
oh,
No, does it look?
It's
the same
still a
as it was
broken
before?
bag of
Does it
holding.
look
Yeah, it's still a
Does it
broken,
look
but nothing happens.
It fixes material breakages, not magical
No, it
damage. I'm
doesn't.
guessing.
No,
It only
it fixes
the
things in the
fucking
crypt.
statue.
It'll fix things in the crypt.
I break down the statue again. and
Statue's
I
in a
break
million
down the
pieces on the
statue.
floor.
I grab the hammer and I just throw it in, and I throw it at the back of the wall. And
Okay.
I say,
Hammer
"We
hits
go."
hammer hits the wall at the back and just goes cling cling and just hits the floor. So
That's right.
Can we bring down the tomb?
James,
Yeah, I was
you were the
thinking
last
that,
to touch
we-
the hammer, weren't you?
Me.
Yeah.
Cool. You get about 5 foot away from the hammer, and then it's almost like there's an invisible wall. You can't. You just.
Oh no. We've broken the contract though.
Off at this point.
Yeah,
not
the
broken the
contract's
contract.
broken.
You've killed you've put the skeletons back in the hammer. You've killed the skeleton. You've de-summoned the
Uh,
Put the
skeleton.
music back in the box.
The contract breaks when
I-
you die.
I take the hammer.
You go back and pick the hammer up.
I put it
and
back.
never
in my
use
bag.
it again.
I put it in my bag,
Mhm.
and then I leave.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then
Absolutely fine.
I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna ask someone to use the spell magic on it.
I will say to the 2 new adventurers, question mark, that we've picked up. Do you guys want passage? We have a ship. You're traveling. Just like
I'm
carrying
wait-
Sticks at this point.
I've been set this place as somewhere to work, and Daddy P would like tell me if I needed to move.
If-
Glad
Okay.
But, you know,
as you're
Bye, then.
as you're leaving, Tuppence and Penny Farthing come up to you, and they basically point out where the brothel that the skeletons obviously built when they rebuilt the town now is. And the townspeople will kind of basically one townsperson has come up to you and asked if it's safe to return.
Yes, of course.
And basically the townspeople will head back into the town, and the brothel looks like Tuppence and Penny Farthing themselves could actually quite happily manage it and run it for you. Basically, I'm giving you the option to say if you want to stay, you can stay. If you want to join, you can join. Occasionally, if you need to nip back to the brothel for some middle management delegation, you can. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I go to them. I explain them I basically give them the 200-page book that Daddy P gives to all his new trainees, so they know their people right
Okay.
and how to treat the clients and customers and the
Pimping
staff.
101 by Daddy P.
Basically, yes, Pimping 101 by Daddy P.
It's just called Pimping
Right.
Ain't Easy.
And I hand it over and I say, I want you two to be the leaders of this brothel, and if you need any help, just give me a call. I will be back as soon as I can. But
You
I feel
pass on
these
your
guys need me.
Discordia details.
Yeah, I pass on my Discordia details. Please message me anytime you need help.
Um,
And I leave them, and I'll leave them half.
so you guys heading back to the Joyful Damnation then?
yeah.
So you
Yeah,
head back to the Joyful.
I would
It's not
like
a lot. It's
to-
only 12 gold.
Is there a disused cathedral anywhere nearby?
A
That's very
disused
specific
cathedral.
of you.
There was in Bumble, but it's been rebuilt now and it's kind of being used.
Oh,
Okay, so there's a cathedral.
I'd like to scare everyone away from using the cathedral, so it's then disused, and then I'd like to put the hammer into the well, cleansing it, therefore removing the curse. Huzzah!
Holy water removes curses. So I
Into
think
the
that's
well.
a fair point.
The
Holy water.
holy water. Cleansing with holy water.
Holy water then.
You've
We're
now
gonna
got a
put it-
wet magic hammer.
I was about to say you've got a cleric who can probably.
Oh, yeah. Cleanse
Turn.
this! Help me cleanse this!
What do
Do
you
you
mean,
have
cleanse it?
ceremony? Do
How
you have
do I-
ceremony?
How
At
do
this
I-
point, Yarek's just got his like pile of sticks with his guardian, and he's just like dropped them on the floor, and he's cast stick to snakes, and now he's just laughing hysterically at it.
I'm gonna
It's the
threaten
fucking worst cleric ever.
I'm gonna threaten Yarek and be like, get rid of this curse or take the hammer.
Chill. Like an hour ago, I went on like.
Yeah,
a
roll
journey.
me.
I'll go roll intimidate on that.
Just you don't need to roll it. Roll me a history check. Yarek will do it. If you
Who,
can.
me or
Yeah, you. Roll me a
Jen.
history check.
me? History check. Got it. That is a 9 plus 5. That's a 14.
Cool. You know that basically that the engravings and the carvings on this hammer are basically from a time and a world unknown to you, but the engravings and the magic within this hammer is older than time itself, and it is going to
To
take
mention this
something. It's going to
beforehand.
take something incredibly special. You didn't ask. Cooley asked just if the hammer was magic, basically.
Okay,
Yeah, I
fair.
didn't.
And you know that it's going to take
Science-
something pretty special if you want to break the curse of the skeletons from the hammer. However, what you now have is a hammer that will allow you to summon 60 skeletons as a
Oh,
member.
this is fucking. Okay, sure, whatever. It's in my backpack. It's always in my backpack.
Yeah,
It's
the
another
loophole
one.
skeletons.
You've got loophole skeletons.
Skeletons.
They'll do whatever you want. They just might also
We're
do
gonna
something
spend like
bad.
5 sessions doing nothing
Yeah.
with the skeletons, and then there's gonna be a boss fight, and we're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
that's a good point. Sorry. Yeah, Danny,
Skeleton.
do you want to go? Danny, do you want to go?
I have a question.
Yeah.
And I want to ask this to. I want to go back to the fucking tomb.
Yeah.
What? Really? Now?
Yeah.
Snakes. It's just
Jezebel,
okay.
can I borrow that hammer?
Yeah, absolutely.
quick.
Here's the hammer.
I tap it on the statue really builds,
Yeah.
and I read the plaque at the bottom because it's a history about the guy.
What date is it?
What does it say?
And it says that he built the Bumble from the ground up, and that his workers that he wanted were so enamored with him. You know, he was genuinely a nice guy. Ethelfreth was not a bad person.
Yeah, he
However,
cursed the fucking
no,
hammer.
however, the staff he hired were so enamored with him that when he passed away, they hired a warlock to perform blood magic that meant that they would be bonded to Ethelfreth's hammer upon their death, so that anyone who found the hammer could then use it to summon them.
The
to rebuild
warlock
them.
twisted the
That-
magic in the
that-
hammer.
Why did we not read that at the start?
I
It's
said,
not exactly the
'cause
wording. It's not.
that, and
exactly
it's
the
not
wording.
really important.
Yeah, the wording of
Okay.
it was.
I just said at
wording
the
of it
start when you
was-
asked about it that the hammer, that as part of his death legacy, the hammer was cursed to have his former workers in it.
Yeah, that was pretty much what you put down.
Okay,
Same
so
shit.
is there a date on this plaque?
Yeah, there's
like,
the
it-
day Ethelfreth was alive for. You know,
Okay, cool.
whatever.
So-
Saying he died at the age of 73.
The magic was after that point, but before now. That is a set date.
But the
range
magic
to
itself is
investigate
a
the
magic
into.
older than time. Doesn't mean it was necessarily performed recently or long
It's
ago.
ancient magic.
It's just
performed for
ancient
modern
magic.
days.
It doesn't matter when it was
Like,
performed.
You know, like in Harry
Oh,
Potter
cool,
and
so-
Hogwarts, where they have like the books of the dark arts, even though
Yeah.
It
they
could have been done
exist, but-
yesterday. It's still ancient magic.
Got it.
Ancient magic.
So there's. But, okay, so.
So someone can
my
confirm it.
question
Am I
is-
right thinking I thought you'd be happy that you had an army of 60 skeletons at your
No,
disposal?
no,
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 not when
no,
the
because
loophole-
it can't.
We hate these skeletons.
Not when you force us to have a hammer with it. Like it's not a. Also, they're skeletons that are very specific, and you
And
Well, they're
can't-
not very
Involved in
specific.
no
They'll
reason.
do whatever
also-
they'll do whatever
and
you want,
also-
but they'll also do a bad thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all
yeah,
very
exactly.
good
also,
characters.
we're
even-
also, well, firstly, good character. Secondly, I also means that I have to every time. So, I get them out and do stuff, But then to do that, I have to then fight them all to get rid of them.
No,
No,
you
we
did on
never
this
tried-
occasion because they were trying to kill you.
They just have to touch the hammer.
You can summon them, and then when they've done their job,
Bob.
So how do we know this hypothetical?
Yeah,
Our
because, I mean,
experiences.
That wasn't made very
You
clear.
have to fight
At
them.
my point in the game.
Well, at no point have you really asked me to explain how the skeletons, get one of them to explain the terms of the contract to you.
No,
you-
Yes, we did.
because
Yes,
they
we
were
did.
attacking
No,
them.
that
You didn't.
I can take
You
that
asked
back,
what
we did.
breaks the contract.
Definitely did.
No, we asked what are the
No, but
rules of the
contract
contract. We
broken,
did
right?
say that. We did
What's-
definitely said rules of the
Steve
contract.
thinks the hammer was neat. He doesn't really have much of an opinion on it, but it kind of seems cool.
Basically, the way the hammer
Okay.
works, you can summon skeletons. They will do a thing. Depending on how difficult the job is, they will negotiate with you a bad tax.
Okay,
Will,
cool. We
will
just
they
don't use that,
negotiate it with
right?
us now, or will they actually just do it and then we'll find out afterwards what the bad tax?
It depends on how specific you are with your instructions. You just got to be
So they're-
clear. All you've got to do with these skeletons is be clear.
I vote we just don't use the hammer.
Oh yeah, no,
I
I'm
think we were pretty
gonna-
clear about
I'm
them
gonna-
not using
like
orphan
like
to fill
like
the
most of my other weapons. I'm just never going to use it.
That's
Goes
fine.
to the
That's
bag of
entirely up
weapons.
to you. Anyway, you make your way back
Okay.
to the Joyful Damnation with hammer in bag, and you get to the Joyful Damnation, and on the dock, there is a man in a white hood waiting for you. And behind this man, there's about 40 other men, all stood in the same
I'll
white
use the
hoods.
hammer, right.
All stood in the same hoods.
Wait, are we at the docks or are we at?
You're at the
on
docks,
ship?
but they're stood by the ship. Like it's
No,
almost like they've been
hello,
Wait, the
waiting.
ship- Who the? Okay.
It's like they've been
Wait,
waiting
wait,
for you
wait,
to come
wait.
back.
DM,
Jezebel, go straight up. Hello.
DM, quick technicality rule.
Yeah.
How long did we spend in the town before?
You've been in the town a couple of days. On the beach where these men are, there's like some tents and stuff.
So we've had a long rest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So-
cool. That's fine. I get it.
You probably while they were,
Gone.
it's been a couple of days while the town was being rebuilt. You probably, there's probably been rests, all sorts. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Oh no,
but
worries. I want my word of terror back.
Oh well, you're gonna have
Yeah,
a
I'm
you have a
assuming
long
we
rest
rested
between
and
most
then-
sessions anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Let's just say
there's a
I've
group-
resummoned Guardian.
yeah, you've just been chilling with him. Like, every time he goes away, you resummon him. You're just chilling.
No. And it's Snake.
So anyway, there's this group of blokes. You go up and say hello, and they just go, "Hello, we are looking for passage. Is this your ship?"
Yes. Fuck off. And I just keep walking.
Wait, we can pay gold. Lots of gold.
I don't give a
We
shit.
already have lots of gold.
I don't.
Lots of gold.
I want to give Toasty like a bunch of gold just to ignore them. Jezebel's lost her patience with these.
Oh yeah.
Jezebel had patience until the skeletons
How
were.
much gold?
How
We
much
will
gold
give
do
you
want?
100,000 gold
Well.
pieces on completion of this quest. We wish for passage
Sounds
to
cool.
Necropolis
Bye.
on Sea. If we get passage, we will give you another
Oh, God.
100,000 gold pieces on our arrival.
Necropolis on Sea? Are you shitting? Necropolis on Sea. Now I'm done with magical bullshit for the time being.
Okay, wait.
Necropolis
Wait.
on Sea?
We
Oh,
are
that sounds
organizing a stag do.
Wait.
Necropolis.
Wait. Do you have the 100,000 gold with you now?
Two men come forward with a big chest and they open it up, and it is indeed
Take it, Link.
teeming
Take
with
it,
gold.
Link. Take it,
I
Take
Link.
it,
grab
Link.
the
Let's do
gold
it.
and I leave. Yeah, right.
Come on, let's go.
Go like this. I say to them, look. No. If you want a stag do, I'm guessing you're looking for women, men, people to enjoy. There is a brand full in the town next door.
I
You'll
leave
have a
the
great
gold.
time.
The wedding is in Necropolis on Sea. We wish to have the stag do en route.
Garrett just like
Well,
sort
that's
of
your
hands
own
on the
problem.
light and then just pats
I
him
won't
on the
pat
back. Walks off.
Jezebel's going back. She's had. So I feel like Jezebel has reached the point where not enough people are nice to her for her to be nice to them, and she's finally getting a kind of growing up.
She's
I
becoming
go on the ship
pizza.
and
She's
go,
becoming the
"Hey,
Peter
Jezebel,
Capaldi
do you wanna
doctor.
play a game of pool?
Yeah,
think I'm going
Jezebel
to
goes
have to
down
go
and
on
Okay,
plays
George.
that's fine. You two go on the
First.
boat and play a game of pool. Both roll me a d20. Let's see who wins pool.
I'm assuming it's sleight of hand or something.
Just roll me a d20 and just whoever rolls highest
You've
wins.
won. I got a 2.
I got a 14.
Jezebel definitely did
on
that thing where
green.
she knocked a ball off the table into someone's ale.
Easy.
Can I
Take
talk
my
to
hand.
Can I talk to these people that are standing
yeah.
at the thing? I'm going to say to them, I want to talk to them for a minute.
Okay. What was the saving throw? 14.
Oh, I fucking love that.
They rolled a 5. They all leg it.
Make it a joke.
Did they
Do
leave
they
their-
leave their
did they
gold?
leave their money? Did
No,
they
no,
leave
they've
their
taken
money?
that with them. They've gone.
Oh.
You just see 40, like around 40 figures in hoods just leg it with a thing of gold.
Oh, please! Once he tells me about that, I want to pay him 500 gold just out of my own pocket.
Hey, they're gone. They're gone.
That's fine. They're gone. Well, I was just seeing if
Oh.
that was the one we were maybe going to do next time, but that's fine. We're not. So we'll do a different one next time. But that's
You
fine.
can't put us through this shit of what's just happened.
Skeletons to Necropolis does not sound like a good plan.
Yes, Rihanna.
Adding 500
I'm going
gold.
to
It might have been a lovely town. Rihanna, yes. Hello.
Thank you. I finished the lasers and feelings story.
That's quite cool.
Thank you. That's it. You can go back to it now.
So yes, they've legged it, and you're not on your way to Necropolis on the next session, which is fine because that just means I know which one we're doing next.
We're going to a cleric. Cleric, someone's going to tell me how to remove this curse.
Yeah, but
We might
Yeah,
want
can
to
we
go
go
to a
to a city?
library. We want to go
Yeah,
to
can
a
we go to-
library.
Can we
Why
go
are you
to
so
a-
desperate to remove the curse from this hammer? Why does it
You've had a long
even
rest, and
matter
I've
to
got to
you?
smell magic now.
Because it's a cursed item, but I can't drop.
Okay,
Therefore,
wait.
if someone
Let him
steals
try to
it,
spell
they
magic.
can drag me. If someone steals it,
He's not
they...
wrong.
The only way you
have
can
to.
break the curse of this hammer is by dying.
No.
You have to spell magic.
I've
Try
told
to
you
die.
that. I've said the only way you can. The only way the contract can be broken
bring her
is by
back.
dying.
that's kind of bullshit.
Well, then,
You
well,
actually-
honestly, then, that's the shittest thing ever. What? Like, what?
Hold
What are
on.
you talking about?
Right.
You're not giving me
Wait.
your
I've given you the option of
Jezebel,
having an
let's
army of
hear
60
Jezebel.
skeletons at your disposal.
Yeah, and you've not given
Hear
me
me
the
out.
option to not have that.
What
Hear
is
me
a
out.
great
You don't
idea?
have to
We are
use the
right
hammer.
next to the sea. You can drown yourself, and I can bring you back.
Wait,
I've
have you
got
got
Revivify.
Revivify? Have you got Revivify? Okay,
I've got Revivify.
But you don't have to use the hammer.
I go to drop.
Okay, wait. Let's go out to sea. Drown Jezebel.
You could just not use the
Then
hammer. If you don't want to
we'll
use
bring
it,
the
don't use
hammer,
it.
We'll pull her back up and revive her.
Sounds
The
good.
hammer
We'll do that.
sinks to the bottom.
Matt,
And
D&D
that's
is a
what
game about choice.
I'm giving you a choice. Use it, don't use it.
No, you
I
haven't.
didn't understand the term choice. Curse, well, I can't get rid of the curse. It's not a fucking choice.
Can I ask one thing? I know it's a little bit of foreshadowing. Is the hammer going to actually be any use to us later on?
There might be times where it would be useful to have more hands, like more people about. But in terms
But
of
no
it coming
actual-
back to bite you in the arse, no.
So there's no point.
I chucked Jezebel over the.
There's
over
no
the,
point in terms of it's not going to bite you in the arse, but it could actually be useful. I'm saying the hammer could be useful.
What's the safety
Okay.
It's
word?
not going to
Garrett
bite you in the
starts-
arse,
Garrett
is what I'm
starts,
saying.
Preparing for Revivify.
I slit my
He's
Yeah,
throat.
so
And
laughing his head
then
off.
I have a hammer in one hand and a knife in the other. I slit my fucking throat.
Okay.
The DM has crashed. The DM has
That's
crashed.
how-
Johnny is laughing his head off at this point.
Now cast Revivify.
Okay.
Right.
Jezebel kills
Start
herself.
by
She
casting
comes
it.
back to life. Shame it was Dan who picked up the hammer, wasn't it, first time round? But
I
yeah,
didn't.
it was. Yeah, you
Hold
picked
on,
it up
okay,
first
why,
time.
I've got
Why,
a couple
then, why
of
then is the
after
curse
that.
on me? Why then could I not leave?
The curse isn't on you. The curse
touched
is
it
on the
too.
hammer.
You touched it too. It's whoever's touched it who's living. So you've
But
touched
I-
it, and
but-
so's Danny. So you
So-
two have both
So
cursed.
all of us,
it's
whoever
fine.
who's touched the
It's
hammer.
me.
Okay,
me.
right. This is the thing. Why do you think this is a curse, for starters?
Because it's
you
forcing you
said
to
it
do
was
something.
cursed.
It's forcing
You
you to
said
do
the word
something, makes it a
curse.
curse.
No, the mayor said it was cursed.
Okay.
No,
You're assuming
I
he
think
has
it's
a detailed understanding of how this hammer
But I
works.
can't
No,
drop
I
it.
think
That's
yeah.
the curse.
You can't. Okay,
Anything
whoever
that will
last
drop
time you have to carry the hammer around with you.
At all times. That's a curse.
Within
It's
a
not-
certain distance. You can be a certain distance.
Yeah,
away,
you'd be
but
5
not-
foot away from it. But also, you can just choose not to summon the skeletons from the hammer.
Yeah. But
You
I-
were
but I
already
can't
carrying
choose
a
to not-
fuck ton of weapons with you.
Yeah, but it's still a cursed item, but Jezebel doesn't deal with cursed items.
Give it to
Here's the
someone
thing.
else then.
On principle,
I can't give it to someone else because I can't drop it, right?
You can give it to
But
another
What are
another
the
member of your
rules it?
group.
No, but you can't.
So I think that
What
counts.
are the rules of this hammer?
No.
Because either I'm cursed or
Right.
Danny's cursed.
No.
Or else you're both cursed. What's happening?
Right.
What are the rules?
Remember when you said about the thing, and the skeleton says, "It's more of a group thing, boss."
Okay, so
the
group
hammer
has to
applies to
die.
your entire group.
Why?
how?
Oh, what?
When you did it.
As a
Okay.
group, you own a hammer that can summon an army of 60 people.
No. Hypothetical.
Why
If
does
it
it
is a group,
We don't own.
It
we're
shouldn't apply
bound
to all.
to.
it would be me and James were the only ones in the room when we touched the hammer to begin with. So
didn't touch
ergo,
it
we were the
from
adventuring party in that case because the other two were getting high. And
I
the
don't
other
get
one was
why.
sleeping.
Okay, why does it matter to you that you can't necessarily get rid of the hammer, even though you can use it or
Because
not
it-
use it?
Because it can.
And
Right,
Jezebel
Matt.
doesn't like cursed items. Jezebel is a like a chaotic good character.
That's
She does
fine.
not like items. that
This
are-
hammer will only initiate bad things if you
But
tell
Matt,
it to.
Matt,
No,
here's the thing.
it's not the
It's-
problem
no,
with
no,
the
no.
initiating. It's the problem with the actual item itself. From
That's
a role
fine,
just
point of
don't
view,
use
Jezebel
it.
wants to get
Okay.
rid of it.
Guys,
Principally, would you want to be friends with a murderer?
I
Would
think
you
you
wanna be
guys are
friends with a murderer?
overthinking the way this hammer works and the fact that it is
I
just.
think, no, I think
It's-
you're not
it's
thinking
that.
about
It's the
this is
character.
role playing. We fucking
Like-
I know how Jezebel thinks. I know because
Okay.
I created her fucking character. She
Right.
doesn't want to have anything to do with
If
this
you want
hammer.
to spend the rest of the time finding a way to get rid of the curse on the hammer, you can. There probably will be a way. I could probably think of a way, but at the moment there is not because you haven't yet discovered it. But
That's
Let's go.
fine. But you, but
Okay,
I,
okay.
my
I'm not.
point
I've
is
no,
that
at no
when-
point have I said there is absolutely no way of removing the curse from this
Yes,
hammer.
you did.
Definitely,
Yes,
literally,
I haven't.
Except
I
for
have
dying.
said that it is an
Except
ancient
only dying.
magic that you don't know about
But you
currently.
can only get rid of by dying, is what you've said.
You said you
Because
can
we've
only
said,
get
can we
rid of
dispel
my
it? Can we?
Currently, the way to end the contract between you and the skeletons is a total party wipe.
We need to find a lawyer.
mind.
But what I'm saying is, regardless of whether you like the hammer or not, you can just choose not to use it.
Okay, yeah,
But
okay. Well, how about this? You have a you have a brothel upstairs to your on so you own a house and a brothel is using one of your rooms. You don't let's say for sake of argument, you don't like the fact that the brothel's using your rooms. You could just ignore the fact that the brothel's
could.
using one of your rooms.
But if for some
you
reason
could-
that room was
Fucking ask
magically
them to
bound and
leave.
had to be there, then there's not a lot I can do about it, is it?
You see,
And you
because
find an exorcist. and you
Okay.
put-
I'm saying you can do that, but it's not necessarily
Okay.
going to be easy
Okay.
or happen
As a
today.
party, can we agree to our next session? We shall be traveling to a city to try and get rid of this. I think.
That sounds like a plan.
And whatever happens in that town happens.
Okay, if you hate the hammer that much, like you wish to get rid of it, I will come up with a way of you getting rid of the curse off that hammer.
Thank you.
I just want to ask one question.
Yes.
So, obviously, the hammer is fucked.
Memo to
and
self:
we're not
other
gonna keep it.
groups enjoy gift of army of 60 skeletons. For some reason, this one doesn't.
Yeah.
We don't mind the idea. We don't mind having the.
It's
we
the
can't
orphan
get rid of
murdering
it.
part that we don't.
Oh,
you
one time,
know.
group of skeletons kill 12 orphans, and everyone gets upset.
If it was
Yes,
on a
that is
loophole that
called
we
being
didn't
a
plan-
good character.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we
Iron
had
killed like
if we'd
600
said,
orphans, and nobody just cares about that.
but yeah, my
That's a
thing. What I was
different
going to say was, with the hammer, we can always just keep it stored away and never touch in the bag. If the bag of holding was working, this would not be a problem because we could just throw it in the bag of holding and no one could.
Can a
If
cleric,
someone
can a
else-
cleric fix a bag of holding? Hasn't the cleric got mending?
It depends on what's wrong with the thing, but yes.
Please don't refer to me as the cleric. I have a name.
Yarrick,
Yarrick.
can you fix this?
You've got
I'm-
mending. Try mending on the bag of holding.
This is just when Ayaric just takes a massive puff of his pipe and he's just like, I don't know, can I?
He's puffy.
For God's sake, Yarrick.
I would like to personally turn to him and go, "Shut the fuck up."
All right, guess I'm not fixing your fucking bag then.
Please.
Yeah,
Yarrick,
I
come
don't
on,
think you can restore magic to an object.
Yeah, I
If
don't
it's
think
lost
you
its
can.
magic, or if the reason it's lost its magic is physical damage, then he can fix it. But that's the only time.
Try.
Roll me
think
an
it is the
investigation. Roll me an
stitching
investigation
was
check on
gone.
your bag of holding.
Me or who?
Whoever wants to.
All right.
I mean, if you plan to mend it, I will help investigate my own bag.
5. Nat 1.
15.
15. Dan, you notice there's a massive hole in the bag of holding.
Well, I know that because it was a stitching that broke.
Well, there
It's
you
the
go. So
fact
you
that
know
the
it's
stitching
broken
is
through
gone on
physical
bag
damage.
holding.
So try mending. Mending's a cantrip anyway.
Okay, can you try mending?
Please.
Do you do
Bag of
mending on the
holding
bag of
useful.
holding?
Sure. Like the Guardian just starts being like, you know, you kind of should. These guys are like the only people who in your life at the moment.
Oh,
Do you know what, Dan? The bag of holding's fixed. Do you want to put the hammer in it?
No, I don't want that cursed item in my bag of holding.
you've got a point.
Thank
Why
you.
would I want that?
Terrible. It's a terrible
Thank you.
thing to have in the bag of holding.
Fucking hilarious.
I hate that has murderous skeletons.
Yeah.
Not
like, I
necessarily
don't
murderous.
enjoy
They just do something bad
Wait,
for
Dan,
something that's good.
Danny,
Unfortunately,
I
the
don't
orphans were what was nearby.
Danny,
the blood.
Danny,
on-
have you got skeletons in your closet, but you're scared that no one knows it?
Maybe. Shh, don't tell me.
It's everyone too old to too young to know that reference.
No, I got the reference, funnily enough.
Cool.
Youngest here.
Cool.
Right. You have a hammer and a fixed bag of holding. Put the hammer where the fuck you like. Use it if you want to. If you don't want to, it's up to you. I will find a way of removing said curse from said hammer because clearly you don't want an on-demand army.
No, you're
But
right.
that's fine. An on-demand army
On-demand
who only do bad things.
Okay, Matt. This is the thing. We're not playing this game to try and become more and more powerful. We're playing this game
No, I know.
as people.
See the spells I picked.
Yeah,
Eric's
I'm
like,
fully
For God's
aware.
sake,
All I'm
can I
saying is,
just have the
If
hammer?
we wanted to become more and more powerful, sure, but like, this is just.
I wouldn't say there's anything powerful about having an army of 60 idiot skeletons.
I have it.
No, exactly.
I have
They're cannon fodder. They're cannon fodder.
So
I'd
then
like the hammer. Can I take the hammer?
I'm
I'm
don't do
honestly
that action and
unsure
say,
how
"I
the
want the
hammer
hammer."
works. In the
Very easy.
because
You
Jezebel
you
tried to
summon
walk away from
skeleton.
it.
You summon
No,
skeleton.
no. Jezebel tried to walk away from it and couldn't.
But,
Yeah.
but other people could.
Is that always a thing?
So-
That's,
No,
whichever
you were-
member of
you
your
were-
group last
Oh, how are
touched
you
the
doing,
hammer
Rihanna?
can't walk away from it. However, in terms of breaking the contract, you all
I've
have to
never
die.
seen this before.
Okay, we're doing hot potato then with the hammer.
I've played for like 7 years.
All I'm saying is, I think you're very much overthinking it. If you want to get rid of it because your characters regard it as bad and you don't want it, that's fine. We'll come up with a way of getting rid of the curse.
That's
But
fucking.
Also, the level of bad that happens from the skeletons isn't always necessarily going to resort straight to murder.
No,
I
it
don't
is,
care.
but it could do, and that's the
It could
thing.
do
Really
if
throws.
you're not specific in your instructions.
So
Here's the thing, Matt.
The skeleton.
If
Did
we
you not
slip
notice
up,
when Dan
there's a
said to
chance
them,
we die.
"Rebuild the town, don't hurt anyone"? You know, he was specific and he told them clearly what to do. They did it.
It's a faff, though, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's start a
But
fight. I'm
it's a
gonna
small
take
price
the
to pay
entire
for having
5
60
turns
extra people on board.
explaining.
I don't think this is too bad. You know, we can send the skeletons just to go like forage for us, and we'll just have to, you know, say
they'll bring us back
fetch
children's
resources, but don't kill any children.
Or
And
intelligent
then they
life.
kill adults.
Yeah, no intelligent
Yeah,
life.
essentially, that's what would happen probably on that occasion is they would kill adults instead. Or if you say no
is
intelligent
the
life, they
issue.
just kill everyone
Don't
who's a bit thick.
kill.
This is clearly
Is going to have an issue with this
Okay.
as well because
I-
it's just not intelligent. Having this on us is not an intelligent move because things could go wrong. So
Yeah,
not only is it, you know, more.
But yeah, that's what
That's
with
it.
most things. There's always something that can go wrong. But the same way, That
Yeah,
there,
but
there
this
isn't
is-
always something.
That's
Oh
how
my
point.
God.
Here's the thing, Matt.
To get
It's
rid of it,
it's like holding a revolver with one bullet and going, something could go wrong if I fire this. Bang.
Yeah, but you
Something
don't
could
get
go
to
wrong if I
negotiate
fire
with that
this.
revolver.
I mean,
No, you're right.
No,
We don't get to negotiate.
but there's a
with them.
chance
That's why
that I
the,
fuck
that's
up the
why the
result.
skeletons
Like,
not worse, because we have to negotiate with them.
They're not good in a pinch. Like they're not like fight
Okay,
for me, my
okay.
kitties.
We're done talking about this. We're gonna get rid of that.
Right.
I don't know. The
He's running a-
argument was getting into my head, so I was covering myself.
He
in
hit himself
Post-its.
with post-its. Roll me a dexterity stealth check to see how well your post-its have hidden you.
Not well, since one of them won't stick to my mustache.
I'm gonna roll perception.
Can you still see clearly?
14.
22.
Hey, I think he's hidden from me. I can't see him.
He's gone.
I have never seen this much arguing with a DM before, and I have been.
I was trying to do
6
something
years.
nice and
Oh,
give you an
I-
army of
I
60
think I've got
skeletons to
Christmas.
play with.
I was getting the gist that this was just normal.
I have argued with Daddy. But
It is with me, yeah. I have
yeah,
got
not
argued
this
with
much,
it.
never
this much.
Like I was like
it was never been this bad.
they're only evil if you don't give them specific instructions, which to me is a small price to pay for having
Okay,
60
Matt,
skeletons at your
hypothetical.
disposal.
Right.
But Matt, you have always played neutral or bad characters. You've never your characters have always been Corazon, who's
Corazon's
good.
chaotic good.
Are we
Yeah.
still on stream, by the way?
Chaotic.
Yeah,
It's like
this is
I
this is
assume
stream
so.
gold.
Also, are we all meant to be good characters? Because Yarek's
you
true
can be-
neutral.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be. My last character was like so neutral, but they hated
Okay,
him.
cool. Yeah, Yarek's true neutral.
So
Just-
give
just-
the hammer to Yarrick. Let him be in charge.
Yeah, I'll take the hammer. I will take the hammer to Isengard.
I give the hammer to Garrett.
I'm gonna say this. A turn of combat is 6 seconds.
hmm
You have to give instructions to a army of 60
If
skeletons.
you're using them in
6 seconds.
combat,
Yarek can talk
and
fast.
also you're
Okay.
you're also assuming like if you're doing that in combat, you're assuming that I'm going to be that strict about when you're giving the skeletons. When have I ever been that strict about how long a combat round is? Really?
And is
Yeah,
that,
you
is
were
that-
saying they ran a mile in 6 seconds. Or so.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say they started to run a mile, and I was asking if you were going to all stand around while they did that, or if you were going to
No,
carry on with combat.
We're gonna keep
I
kissing.
run a mile in 6 seconds.
Depends
Uh,
Maxi monk.
how high you are. You probably think you can.
I'm done with this. So
Yarek probably thinks he can.
cool.
It-
Is that the end of the session?
Have we broken James?
I need to call it a night because I've got
Just
a meeting in
completely
the morning.
just the end.
Oh god, I've got stuff to do for work for tomorrow.
Yeah.
If not, I'm going.
Alright.
All right,
Wrap up.
we'll call it that.
Bye.
Thanks for watching,
I will
everybody.
catch you later. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna get some sleep.